Hey, y'all press one if y'all can hear me in the comment section. Press one if you guys can hear me in the comment section. I got a mic check. Shouts out to the LDBC. Salute to A Weapons. He rep midlife music. I got a mic check. I have breaking news for you guys. Tonight, I have breaking news. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? All right, man. Let y'all get on in here, man. As okay, you guys. So I'm gonna pin the link. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section to this article. Salute to everybody that's tapped on in. We got some breaking news for you guys. 4 teams are ready to trade for LeBron James right now. 4 teams. I just saw his bum son score like 5 points in trash time when the game was over with. But right now, and again, I put the link in the description box below this video. You guys can check the link to the article. It's in the description box below this video. 4 teams are ready to trade for LeBron James. They've called Rich Paul now, and they're ready to trade for him. I told you guys this. A lot of you guys didn't have to listen to me. But again, like I said before, man, this is the hate you get when you that nigga. When you that nigga, mofos will just hate on you just cuz, nigga. Point blank period. They don't want to see you shine. So they'll tear you down. This is the type of shit that's going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all. Anything I bring to y'all, that shit A1, nigga. Perico, fresh off the boat. So let me get into this article, man. In a whirlwind of NBA offseason speculation, LeBron James, the Los Angeles Lakers superstar and 4-time MVP superstar, once again, is at the center of trade rumors. According to sources close to the situation, 4 teams have reached out to LeBron James agent Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, to inquire about the possibility of acquiring the 40-year-old phenom. While James has expressed contentment with the Lakers, these calls highlight his enduring value and the league's relentless pursuit of championship caliber talent. Now, which, I mean, look, you add LeBron James onto a team, he's your 3rd option. Yeah, you might have a shot if as long as he ain't your 1st or 2nd option. You know what I mean? We're not going to lie about that. But apparently, 4 teams are in the mix. You understand what I'm saying? That have called. I can pretty much tell you that 2 of those teams are going to be the New York Knicks and the Dallas Mavericks. One of those other teams, I think, is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Another one of those teams, I believe, is the Golden State Warriors. Those are the 4 teams I believe it is. And I'm just telling y'all that just from what I've been hearing. And so LeBron James, to the person who said I changed my title about Bronny, no, I actually got a phone call about this, sir. Bronny did not do better than he was ass. He scored 5 points in bust time, dog. In the last, minute of the game when they was already up and them niggas was just fouling coming down past half court. Yeah, he got trash buckets in the game. I didn't change my video because of that. I changed my video because I got called and I was talking to somebody about this, you idiot. So let's get your ass blocked off my channel for not knowing a damn thing. Bye. I cook Bronny any day of the week. He's trash. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said before, ass. Point blank period. He scored 5 points in crunch time. Like not crunch time, in trash time. When the game was over with. When they was just out there, if the other team was fouling, just to foul. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was ass. That nigga started the game like 1 of 5, 1 of 6 from the field. Nigga was ass. Well, he had 14 points. Yeah, that nigga had 14 points. How many shots he take? What did he shoot from the 3? 20%. Did you watch the game, dog? I sat right here and watched the game. The sorry ass dude shot like 3 free throws at the end of the game and made 3 out of 4 of them. And he made a whack ass layup at the end because the team just threw the ball away. He scored 1 second left in the game and they were up by like 10. Cut it out. Y'all ain't even watching the game. I'm sitting right here and watch the game. He literally got a trash 5 points in this game. The dude's ass. Straight like that. Got his shit punched going to the glass. Then they out here lying, talking about he's some type of great defender. No, he ain't. Cut it out, y'all. Y'all gonna stop lying, man. You know what I'm saying? You said you swear LeBron did what? Nah, it might have been you because you still over here, right? Yeah, I see you over here, though. Jesse, you over here. Why you over here, dog? Why you over here? Somebody says that, bro, it only matters how you finish. Yeah, he was trash. He shot 20% from the 3-point line. He's trash. Point blank period. He was out there getting cooked on defense. I watched the whole game. Did you watch the game, sir? You talking about only matters how you finish. What do you mean? If the game is already over and you getting trash buckets, that shit don't count. That's how I know you don't know basketball. That's not the same as you getting buckets in the mix of the game. Sit down and shut the hell up. If you ain't watch the game, sit down and be quiet, bro. You dudes is clowns. Somebody said Cooper Flag couldn't score 31 on Bronny. It's his first game. What do you mean couldn't score 31 on Bronny? He pulled up and J-balled Bronny, and Bronny wasn't guarding him the whole game. If y'all actually want to look at the stats, Cooper Flag missed most of his shots off of Bronny. Stop lying. Stop lying, dog. Talking about he couldn't score him. This motherfucker score on everybody in the country, but he can't score on Bronny. No, he had first game jitters, just like any other star would have. Same thing Wemby had. I told you, you put Bronny on him 10 more times to see what happened. He get his ass annihilated. You guys are clowns to me, man. So, anyways, though, like I said to you guys, I told y'all Cooper Flag, I'm going to talk about him tomorrow. Don't worry about it. We're going to get back to that. Because I told y'all what was going to happen. That's why I told all them people that was talking shit after the first game, I said, watch you come out of the next game. Straight up. But again, I told y'all that we're going to talk about Cooper tomorrow. That's why I told y'all I wasn't judging him after the first game. That was jitters or whatever like that. Anyways, let's get back to this, right? So they got 4 teams ready to move for LeBron James right now, man. It looks like he's getting ready to head out of LA, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they basically called me a fucking liar. You heard what I said? Shout out to my brother Pastor in the building. Salute to him. He said basically got him. That's a fact. Cooper Flag's gonna get buckets, man. Number one, Pastor know about this, bro. You go through them first game jitters, bro. I don't care who you is. You're gonna go through those first game jitters when you at that stage. All them people coming in is the first time. Once he gets selling, the dude already was getting buckets against LeBron and all them dudes in the Team USA practice where they actually playing hard as hell. So what are y'all talking about? Make it make sense. He was already getting buckets against the elite players in the National Basketball Association. He wasn't worried about them, and I've been told y'all this. And I told y'all this from before the Lakers going to move off this dude. And I'm going to tell y'all what the Lakers did. And I think Pastor's going to love this. They went, Herm, what's up, dog? Salute. They went and changed the ownership. Pastor said once they get Genie off there, he's going to be back. Because he know what they doing. They doing what you're supposed to do, which is not acquiescing to this clown no more. The Lakers did everything they were supposed to do for LeBron James. Nobody in here should be complaining about that. The Los Angeles Lakers did everything a team is supposed to do. They drafted his son, man. What else are we talking about, bro? They drafted his son. Now you got new ownership in there. They're not playing those games no more. They've already let y'all know with their actions. They're building a team around Luka. And I told y'all, their plan is to go after Nikola Jokic if things don't go right after this season in the next 2 years. That's why they said they had a 2-year plan. That's why they're doing short-term contracts. That's who they want the next big man to be with Luka. Pin that together and try to have a championship in LA. You put good defenders, another big man around them with good shooters and defenders, 3-and-D guys, and you straight if you the Lakers. You got a guy that's in there that's willing to spend money, going to make the right decisions, make the hard decisions that need to be made, and not finna play no games. Luka Doncic going to come back in shape, ready to roll, and you get past it. Like I said before, the Lakers did everything they were supposed to do for LeBron. They did more for LeBron than they did for Kobe. Again, they drafted your bum son. There's nothing else to be said. They drafted your bum son. Period. Gave him a 4-year, tell him, Pastor, gave him a 4-year guaranteed pick, treat him like he's the first-round pick, didn't force him to play on the road games at first in the G League. They gave him the red carpet treatment. And this fool running around here, tonight he at the game talking about some, I ain't got nothing to say. Ain't nothing to say. Ain't nothing to say. Nigga, what you mean? They got your bum-ass son out here starting in the summer. He ain't even supposed to be out here starting. It's trash, man. And y'all don't want to know the truth? That's the truth. And I've already told y'all this. I got videos coming out about this tomorrow. The Dallas Mavs have already had this plan in motion. I told y'all this last year. Why y'all think y'all see Phil Handy over there as assistant coach now? Phil Handy was just a real G. He wasn't going to do Darvin Ham dirty like that. He was willing to go to a different situation and get on. He wasn't going to do He wasn't going to do what you call dirty like that, though. Darvin Ham and go behind his back. He really rocked with D-Ham. And he wasn't feeling Bron enough for what they did on that shit, man. Or AD. Because he a real G. And Phil Handy know the truth. I respect him off that. But Phil Handy back over there with Kyrie. They're going to weasel their way and get LeBron James over there. I'm telling y'all what's going to happen. The only other thing I see is that they going back to Cleveland, man. Unless New York just come with some deal the Lakers cannot refuse. Period. But I'm pretty sure the Lakers are like, yo, we're not buying you out and just letting you walk away for nothing. That's not happening. So now you're hearing the teams coming in for the trades. Just like I said, until everybody keeps saying he's not going nowhere. Yeah, okay. Hey, you keep thinking that. You keep thinking that. He's done, son. I keep telling y'all this. Y'all must not know how LeBron James operate. When you don't do what he wants, Pastor have said this 1,000 times. He is the most me-first person that we've ever seen. He is the most selfish superstar that you've seen in NBA history. If you don't capitulate and do everything he wants you to do, he's not going to rock with you. Have you ever seen somebody like that? If you don't do everything they don't want you to do, they talk shit about you, don't want to rock with you. That's LeBron James. That's LeBron James. That's what type of time he on. But y'all don't want to listen to that. That's what he do. Right? Right? That's what he do. Right? I'm telling y'all what it is. Think about what I said to y'all. Think about what I said to everybody that's listening to this video. And I've been telling y'all this. They all listening, man. They don't want to acknowledge that shit, but they going to acknowledge it because they actions going to have to acknowledge it because what I'm saying is true. I'm tried and true. Point blank, period. And Pastor know what's up. He said, here's the trade. I don't see what he say. But the Lakers going to have to get something good. I'm telling you, they're not coming out there alone. Not with this new guy that's running the team. He's not playing. You can tell already he's not playing no games. You can tell. You can tell he's not playing no games. And I'm going to tell y'all something. The way they rolling, the Lakers will be back in the championship pictures within 3 years. Watch what I tell y'all this. They're going to be back in the championship picture within 3 years because they're going to get another superstar over there. Regardless of what you think, they're going to get another superstar to get over there with Luka Doncic. I promise y'all this. Right? Pastor put the trade up there on the screen right now. He said the Mavs get Bronny, Shake Milton. The Lakers get Clay, PJ, Gafford, Caleb Martin. I don't have a problem with that deal. I don't have a problem with that deal at all. I don't even care if you give him the backup center. Whatever the boy's name is that jump out the gym. Because those pieces fit right around Luka anyways. That's why the Mavs, Nico, that's going to be the first guy Rob Pelinka go to make the deal. So y'all got to under him and Nico, they're going to get that deal done. Because Nico and them want to win now. Now I'm talking about the other dude. What's the other dude's name, Pastor? The other big dude that backed Gafford up. I don't care. It could be either one of those dudes. But as I said to y'all, right? Yeah, Lively, the Lively guy. It could be Lively or Gafford. It don't matter to me. The only thing that matters, probably Pastor says is the money. That's probably the only thing that matters. But I'm just telling y'all, I don't mind that. Because Caleb Martin been to the NBA Finals. Gafford can play. Now, well, Gafford's been playing. He's been starting. Remember, they went to Gafford as starting center at the end of last season. Klay Thompson's the championship experience. You can always use him around Luka Doncic. He's not going to be a main guy. These are role players you can put around this guy in order to get to the point where when you bring another star in, now you're building a team around this guy. You guys got to see this, man. They're going to make that deal. The Lakers going to get off this dude, bro. They're not going through this whole season. I guarantee y'all the Lakers not going through this season like that. They're not, bro. They're not going to have Luka Doncic over here go through this season like this, and they're going to be. What's up, man?
Yo, Ticket, what up, bro? What's happening?
Cat got your tongue, nigga? Nigga, they got 4 teams ready to trade for this nigga right now.
You said who?
They got 4 teams ready to trade for LeBron right now. 4 teams as of tonight have contacted Rich Paul and are ready to trade for LeBron James from the Los Angeles.
I seen that.
Yep.
Hey, ticket. That'd be crazy. Like, okay, ticket. Okay, so who do you think those four teams are, bro? Don't say the
I've
Golden State
already
Warriors.
said it, bro. I've already said it, bro.
Who is it?
I said it: the Mavs, the Cavs, the Knicks, and the Warriors.
Yeah, the Cavs do need a wing.
Mavs, Cavs, Knicks, and the Warriors.
What, Mavs,
The
Cavs.
Lakers, real talk. I'm gonna be honest with you, they can't lose either way they go, because all those teams, except for the Warriors, all those other teams, the Warriors is probably I don't see them doing the Warriors, but all those other teams, dog, those other teams are they're good to go, bro. Like
Yeah.
all those other teams, like the Lakers, I don't know what pastor can think about that, but the Lakers can get a great package from Cleveland. They can get a great package from the Knicks, and they can get a great package from the Mavs.
Right. Right.
How you feel on
Um.
how you feel on that, Pastor? Hold on one second. How you feel
Oh,
on that?
Elder on here. Okay.
Yeah, you right there.
Hey, salute. Yeah,
Hello, Elder. See Sweezy.
hey, salute. What's up, my brother? What's up, my brother? Hey, the packages could be decent with the players because what the Lakers are going to get is serious depth.
Right.
They're going to get serious depth on their team from this deal. The problem is these teams, because they're championship level teams, most of them are either second apron or over first apron. So you got to make the money work. But I think those four teams is Golden State, New York Knicks, Cleveland, and Dallas. I think those are the four teams. Cleveland
Mm-hmm.
is a second apron team though, so they got to really move a bunch of stuff to try to get LeBron there because they got to get down under the first apron to even qualify. So I don't really think it's viable for Cleveland. I mean, literally, they had to move like seven players to make it work. So I don't think Cleveland is really viable. Um, Golden State, watch out for them, y'all, especially with this Kaminga thing, because if Kaminga does a deal like what's his name that just went to Green. Remember Green did a short-term deal with the Rockets?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they was able to move him. He's really on a 2 year. It's a 3 year, but it's a player option for the third year. If he
Right.
does a deal like that or make it a team option, believe you me, it's gonna be easy to move Kaminga in, especially if he's not making anything over 35 million. So if you can include Kaminga in a sign and trade type of
Mm-hmm.
thing, because the Lakers don't have a problem being hard capped this year at the first apron. They don't have no problem with that. They actually want to be
Hey,
there.
hey,
Right.
Elder.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna say, so Kaminga, he won around 30 million, and the Warriors ain't trying to give that.
No, he want more than that because they offered him 30 million. He turned it down. He
Don't the
wanted
money,
more than
don't
that.
the money got to match Elder? So how would that work?
Well, I mean, you got to have more players involved, but that's why I say you can't have more than 35 million with Kaminga. They would put Moody and probably somebody else in the deal if it's Golden State because people saying Jimmy for him, but they're not. They would just be hurting themselves giving up Jimmy for him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I don't think the Lakers want Jimmy's contract, even though it's short term. I think Jimmy's got a 2 year deal. It still fits their window of what they want to do. Have that money available if Jokic or somebody like that becomes available.
And that's
Because
who they waiting on, Pastor. They
oh
waiting.
yeah, I
That's why
know.
they doing those deals. They waiting on
Yep,
Big Yoke.
yep. They're
That's
trying
why
not to
Big Yoke.
have. Yeah, they're
Big
trying
Yoke
not
was
to
smart,
have.
Pastor.
Oh
Pastor.
yeah,
Big Yoke was smart. He turned. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna see what happens over here." And Pastor,
yeah,
if Big Yoke come to the Lakers, bro,
man.
man, Pastor,
Him and
they gonna
Luca,
hate you
bro.
for real. They gonna hate you for real,
They're gonna
dog.
really
Cause
hate
they gonna,
because
cause
all they're
bro,
gonna do is put a bunch of 3-and-D
come
shooters
on,
and scorers around them dudes, and they're gonna destroy the league, bro. They're gonna
they
destroy the
they gonna
league.
destroy the
They're
league,
gonna
bro.
Elder,
destroy
that
the
would be
league for
crazy.
about 4 or 5 years. Because guys will
Y'all,
take discounts. Them two will make all
facts.
the money, but guys will come there and play for a year or two and then go get paid from somebody else. But they're gonna have the showcase. They're gonna have the most notoriety. They're gonna be on the biggest platform, which is the Lakers platform. And
And they
Mm-hmm.
man,
gonna reach overseas in a whole nother level being playing for the Lakers.
it's gonna be crazy,
Facts,
bro. It's
facts.
gonna be crazy.
Those
Hey,
dudes are
Nah,
gonna
Pastor, check
become
this
facts.
out,
the,
dog.
they gonna become the biggest overseas players ever playing for the Lakers.
Yeah,
Yo,
hey,
Yeah,
check this out,
ticket.
homie. Salute to you, man. Hey, salute to y'all
Yo,
in here.
yo, tick.
Hey,
Yo,
look,
ticket. What up?
hold on one second. Salute to you, homie. Hold on one second. I do want to ask Pastor and Trey something, but Pastor, I want to say this to you,
uh huh.
bro. How dishonorable is LeBron James, man? I mean, bro, this is just sad, bro. I
Again,
mean,
bro,
the
it's
Lakers did more
you.
for this man than they did for Kobe Bryant, bro.
I
They drafted this
understand,
man's
but
son,
but
bro.
but again, it's the narcissistic mindset that he has, and again, to come out and say that they dishonored him, disrespected him, he would feel that way because again, he feels like he deserves better treatment than what he's getting, and at the end of the day, he's forgetting this is a business, and you got a new business owner who has shown you when you went to the Dodgers, the first thing he done was got rid of all these old heads that's making a lot of money, but he wasn't winning. That's the first thing he did. So
All he did was
Facts,
kept a
facts.
relic. Hey,
Oh,
all he
Elder,
did
that's
was
who
kept
brought
a
it out to
relic, and that
you.
was
Daddy's on
Kershaw.
there.
He just
yeah,
kept Kershaw the relic.
but
Somebody
guess
had to
what?
keep the
Hey,
fans.
but he's still getting it
That's
done
true.
though. He's
Yeah,
still
hey, yeah.
getting it
Look,
done.
and that's what I'm saying. But he kept something that was original from LA. Like y'all drafted him this
Original.
year. He
Yeah.
kept one player, and LeBron at the end of the day ain't nothing over here original.
No,
Except
no,
for your son.
Nah.
Except for your son. That's the only thing
no.
original.
He'll
And
be in the
connect.
trade. That Bron
Yeah.
will make sure Bronny's in the trade. They'll
Look,
You
probably
think
have
so,
to throw
Elder?
Shake
Yo,
Milton in
Elder,
there
is
just
this
to
not the
yo,
ain't this
yo,
the
well,
second
well,
time,
Jay,
Elder,
Elder?
Elder, who gonna play
El-
LeBron for $8 million?
Elder, would JJ be in the trade
How you
too?
get rid of him?
No, he's not in the trade. JJ
Look,
will stay as coach.
hey, look, Elder. This the second time I think I forgot. I don't know if it was with Phoenix or something that he didn't take less money. And I know he been said I'm not taking no less anymore. But if championships does not matter to you, why are you complaining when the team can't build anything around you due to your over hungriness and everything must go to LeBron, all of the money, all of the attention? I feel like he feels like they didn't move Kobe out the way in his later years, and he wasn't putting up these numbers. This is in his mind. He wasn't putting up the numbers I'm putting up. He wasn't keeping y'all in this type of competition, and y'all gonna push me out the window. Well, when
Man,
you look at your,
all of these teams has got 37 and year olders, and they got these 37 or older, and you got they making max money 50, 60 mil. None of those teams are winning. Now I'm gonna tell you now, Houston is the only team that's got a chance because their stars are super young and on rookie deals. You see what I'm saying? Besides the big fella, they got rid of Green. That they're the only team that's got a 37-year-old like in KD that can possibly win. The rest of these teams, Steph and all these Dame Lillard, all these, no,
yeah.
bro, you're
And
not gonna win when these
this
old
dude
guys are
already
eating
got
up
an
the money,
insight
bro.
on the Lakers. You don't think he was right there nudging Magic while they was partnering up on the dot? You don't think he was nudging, getting a little info from Magic for years?
Oh yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, man. Y'all forget who was in his ear. He telling about the whole Laker organization. He telling
Oh yeah.
about LeBron, everything.
Oh yeah, he definitely did. And I'm telling you, I think Dallas is the move, actually, y'all. I think Dallas is the move. You get Gafford, you get PJ Washington, you get Clay, and you
You
get
get his
Caleb
old
Martin
routine
because
back. Yeah,
Caleb
you get all his
But okay,
routine back.
hold on, you
I
get
feel you.
hold on. You get Caleb Martin because he don't have a guaranteed contract. But that's the deal to get the thing done. That's the deal right there. And those are players that Dallas, they're
Went to
not
the
none of
finals
those
with him.
guys, none of those guys are
I
part of
wouldn't either
Dallas'
because
future.
I wouldn't trade Clay.
Wait, but here's
You
the
wouldn't
thing.
trade
Here's the
who?
thing.
I wouldn't trade Clay. That's their best 3-point shooter.
No, they'll trade Clay because they already got a
Oh,
new two guard. They already have a new two guard,
Who?
and Clay, Christie gonna be their starting two guard, and
okay,
Clay don't
Christie
play
is
the D
good.
no more. Clay is
Clay's
very hold
starting to
on.
be a diva too.
Clay
He's starting to
Clay
be a little
is he's
diva.
very
Nah,
inconsistent, bro. Clay just
Well,
Clay
LA.
very
I
is.
mean, I
inconsistent
mean,
at this stage.
Clay could work in LA
Everybody.
because Clay
Draymond is.
father Clay pops for played in LA.
Hey, even
But
if
here's
hold
the
on, even if Clay don't want to come to LA, he got an
He'll
easily
come.
movable contract. He
Hey,
got an
Elder,
easily
he'll
move.
come. He
but
just don't
see
want to
that
come with LeBron. He just don't want to
but
come
here
with LeBron.
but
Yeah,
yo check this out check this out. We're
Yeah, because
talking
y'all
about
try to
a
get him,
great
Elder. He told you right
yo
last year, Elder.
check this out. We're talking about a good
Hudson.
possible trade to LA, which is amazing. But here's the thing: you have a guy who can't coach. His rotation is horrible,
Who?
and you got to get rid of JJ. JJ wouldn't know what the hell to do with these guys. You got the owner has to get rid of JJ as well. You got to get a solid coach for
They're
Luca
not gonna get
because
rid of
it's
You,
JJ, bro.
you,
You might
you,
as well get off that
you,
train, bro.
They gonna let
but no,
JJ they
but
gonna
you
let
think they'll
JJ run
trade
this
but
JJ
contract
with
out.
he
LeBron?
can't
You
he
think they'll
can't
trade JJ
coach.
with LeBron, Elder?
What?
You think they'll trade JJ with LeBron?
Nah, they
No, they're
ain't trading
not.
no
Why
coach. They
would
ain't gonna
Dallas
trade the
want
coach.
JJ and they got Jason Kidd? They're not. No, they're not. JJ is going to be the coach, y'all. But JJ first year, I'm just keeping it a buck. He didn't do horrible, y'all. He did some bad things in the playoffs and this and that. But for his first year as a coach, I mean, he was third in the West and he didn't do horrible.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, they're
Are you
going to
sure
keep
that was
JJ.
JJ coaching? You sure that was JJ
Yeah,
coaching?
bro.
Wasn't that
Yeah,
wasn't it
it
wasn't the
was.
assistants? I
It
mean, like
was. Again, they're
oh,
gonna still be there with him.
oh,
Those same assistants gonna be there with him. That's their job
Hey,
to assist him. So
hey,
coaching
I,
is coaching. I don't think going because see, Luca really a coach on the floor himself anyway. So I
I've
don't
been
really
waiting
think
for
that's
this.
something. I
I've
don't think
been
it's gonna be
waiting
a
for the
big
day
deal.
this
Elder,
man leaves
I
the
don't
Los
see.
Angeles Lakers. I've been
I
waiting.
don't want to talk about irrelevant stuff because they're not moving JJ. Y'all, I'm telling you, they're not gonna get rid of
Elder,
him.
okay,
They got
okay,
Elder,
4 years.
fine.
He
No, no,
got
no,
I
four
no.
want you
years
to,
left on
I
his
I
got
want you
you.
to
I
contract.
judge
got
the
you.
team bringing up
I
their
got
OG
you.
for LeBron
Yeah,
James
they
when he's
ain't getting rid
41
of
years
that kid.
old.
Okay, but
I don't see a
yo,
young team
LeBron ain't
giving up
coming
their
to New
whole
York.
assets
He
for
ain't New
LeBron.
York don't want him. New York
21.
don't want
Well,
LeBron.
with New
They don't want
York,
him.
you gotta with New York, you're gonna have to have a 3 team. It's gonna be
What,
3 or 4 team trade
whatever team he go to,
because
too,
they're not taking back
they
the
want that money.
contract. They're not taking
Cleveland
back
don't want him.
OG. Hold on, the
Cleveland
Lakers
don't want
not.
him.
Hold on, bro. The Cleveland do want
Okay.
him. Cleveland just can't. They
Oh,
ain't gonna figure it out
Bro,
financially.
they
why
want
would
that
But
you want
New
him
money.
York,
back? God, they
New York
stupid.
don't. New York doesn't want. I mean, the Lakers don't want those contracts New York got with those players. So they're gonna have to find somewhere to dip them big contracts to.
Another team.
Yeah, somebody else gonna have to take them. Lakers
Yeah.
not taking those contracts back.
Lakers
Orlando,
got free.
I
Orlando.
Lakers
look
got
at it,
free.
Elder. Look,
Luka
I
just
look at it. What I'm saying, Elder, with LeBron,
Lakers getting
whatever
24
team he
million
go,
contract.
whatever team he go to, he's gonna want that treatment. You know, he's gonna say, "I want the farewell. I want all that when I come to this team," because that's gonna be his hurrah. That's his last hurrah wherever he goes. So he's gonna make sure they gonna pamper him. So it's whatever team is desperate for the jersey sales, the money, the value going up. That's the team that's gonna get him.
Is LeBron's jersey really selling that good? Because I don't.
For some people, yeah. For some
It's
people in
not.
this world, bro, they really do like that
I
man
think it's
jersey.
still
They
a
No,
really
top
no,
do.
five jersey
I'm
sale.
not saying. I'm not saying they don't like him. I'm just saying it's not the hottest selling jersey out there. I
But
mean,
when he's
there's some
retiring,
guys who have it.
when he's retiring and you
It
can
did.
sell
It
it on
did.
eBay, you can sell it on eBay or do whatever, you get it signed or whatever. Yeah, it do mean something in his last years, that jersey.
Yeah, I got a
So
Patrick Ewing Orlando Magic jersey. Is that worth something?
hell yeah. You go get him to sign it. You go get him to sign it. Shit.
I'm just saying. Look, but now, truth be told, man, I'm happy. Let me tell you something. I am happy that the Lakers are getting on for LeBron. I am happy that this is his downfall. Let me tell you something.
He
All
met his
these
match
records
with his
that,
owner too.
yeah, all these records that he broke. Remember, he broke records that other players took less than 20 years to do. So his record can actually be broken. It just has to be a good player and everything. Because remember, he broke Kareem's record. Remember, Kareem did that record in '84. He did that before 20 years. Like he actually think,
Everybody who
like,
in
come
the top
on.
10 did they stuff before 20 years.
Yeah, so
Magic got his Magic got his 5 and 12.
Sure did.
like is LeBron is not, I mean, man, don't let the door hit you with a good little split you, man. You trash,
It's
man.
okay.
You picked up the 52.
You destroyed the greatest franchise in NBA.
He
Facts.
Made them do
destroyed
things.
every
You made
franchise.
them do things but this the greatest though. This the
Yeah, I
greatest. It's a
know. I
difference.
know. I know.
It's at a higher level when you do it to the Lakers. They had to sell their father's legacy, all that, bro. That's how much you had them because they splitting this money. They ain't
And the
rich.
cra-
They splitting that.
Yeah, but
and the crazy
Trayvon,
part is
I don't respect
Lakers
dude
had
because
Lakers had pieces.
the Lakers drafted that man's son, bro, and that man talking shit, bro. I
Yeah.
can't never respect you, bro. Bro,
Oh
they
no, hey,
drafted your bum.
on
They
top of
drafted
that,
your son.
he a
Not hold on, but
disgrace.
Trey.
He a
Not only
disgrace,
did they
bro.
draft your son, they lied to everybody and told them this nigga can play.
Bro,
He
they
can't
draft
play.
your son. They draft your son. They get Russell where they did everything. They go get your podcast mate. They did everything for you, bro, to make it look like you was drafted by the Lakers, bro. Like
Hey
you
yo,
was a
Ticket.
Laker bait.
Hey yo, Ticket. Let me tell you, this is why the young kids today don't know basketball. When they said Bronny James had that heart issues, that was a cop out. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say two names, okay? Reggie Lewis and Hank Gathers. They had severe heart issues, and guess what? These dudes balled their ass out to the day they
Shaq's son
died.
too.
Okay,
Shaq's son
all
too.
right.
I mean, Shaq's
Yeah,
son had a
Shaq
little
does too.
issue too.
But Hank
Well,
Gathers
let
could
me say
run
this to you. I
circles over Bronny.
I don't play with that type of situation. That was a serious situation young
Yeah.
fella
No, it
dealt with.
was. No,
But
I'm not saying it
But you
hold
know
on,
wasn't.
hold
what,
on, hold on,
Ticket?
hold on, hold on,
Hey,
hold
you
on,
know
brother,
what?
hold on, brother. Nobody wanted to see him go through that, and I don't wish that on him. I'm just saying that the dude is trash and can't play basketball at that level. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying, man.
Look, I don't.
That's
Hey,
all
this
I'm
ain't
saying.
about harm, but with LeBron, bro, this is why you get the Anthony Edwards. This is why you get all these young players just disrespecting legacies, disrespecting legendary players. Because look what he does. He has no respect for the game, bro.
He doesn't.
When he retires, bro, and you ask what did he bring to the game, you gonna say BS. That's what you gonna say. You gonna say he brought some bull ish up in here. That's what he did, bro.
No, I was
Franchise
just saying.
killer.
I was just saying. No, I was just saying that. I was just saying that as I'm just pointing out as an excuse. Saying that these dudes had heart issues and they didn't stop them. I'm not using that as to clown him. Get what I'm saying?
No, I know
That's
what you
all
meant. I
I'll
know what
say.
you
That's
meant.
all.
Nah, but
That's all.
everybody's
That's all
different,
I'll
bro.
say.
Everybody, hold on, bro. Bro, you gotta understand something.
I will never
Everybody's
clown
not the
Duke.
same. Hold on, bro. Listen, everybody's not the same. They don't deal with that type of situation the same, bro. So you can't put yourself in his situation for that. All I'm saying is that the dude is ass. Outside,
Yeah,
even
no,
outside
agree.
of the heart.
I agree.
Hold
He
on.
is. He
Even
is.
outside of the heart thing. I mean, Pastor disagreed with me. He think he got some ability. I think this nigga is garbage. I
Bronny
He
was
ain't
think
never
born on
been. He
that.
I
ain't
think
never been
everything
good
about
in
him.
no level
Bronny
of
was on
I
that.
basketball.
think
He ain't
everything
never been
about
in
him
the
is a
top
lie,
10.
bro. Bro,
He
I
ain't
think
never been
everything
in the
about
top 10 in his high school. He wasn't in the top 10. Nowhere in no level was he's the
Let me
talked
ask
about.
y'all
He
a
was only
question.
talked
So
Let me
how
about
hold
did
on,
so
hold on,
how
because
did
his
hold
he
on a
make
father.
the
second. Hold on a
McDonald's?
second.
How did he make the
Let me
McDonald's
hold
All
on, hold
American?
on, hold on, man. Hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. Is the G League garbage?
No.
No,
The G League, no, it's
it's some people
developmental.
that
It's
can ball. It's some
developmental.
people in that G
Hold
League
on,
it's
that can
hold
better
on.
now
ball.
from what it used to be, Pastor.
I understand that, but this man did go last year and averaged 21 and a half points on
No,
44%
no, he
shooting
didn't
in the
average
G League.
21.
Yes, he did.
No, pull up his stats. He
Go
didn't average
look.
21.
Go look. He averaged 21 and a half last year in the G League, y'all,
Hold
at
on, I got it
40
right here. Hold on,
Hey,
for
hold
the
on.
whole season, 44%.
Austin Rivers played good when he was in the lower level, and then when he came to the NBA, his dad gave him enough play time,
Man,
and
Austin Rivers
to
is a
where he
real
learned
deal,
to
bro.
where he
Austin
learned
Rivers
how to
can play,
become an
man.
NBA
That
player.
dude can
Though
play, bro. What we
he
talking
learned, but
about?
I'm
Austin
saying
Rivers
he
can
learned.
play.
But when he came to the NBA, he didn't have it unlocked. He
He
played
didn't
enough.
have what he had in high
His
school.
daddy gave him enough play time to where he figured out how to be a pro.
Austin Rivers wasn't trash.
I didn't
Austin
say he
Rivers
Austin
was
played
Rivers
pretty
trash.
good.
wasn't
I
trash
didn't
at
say he was
all.
trash.
Austin Rivers could play.
I
He
said
just
when he
wasn't what he
got
was
to
in
the
high school.
NBA, bro,
He wasn't what he was in
he
high
got
school. High
enough
school,
play
he was that
time.
nigga.
If he wasn't Doc Rivers' son playing on them
Bronny was
Clippers,
never that
bro,
nigga.
he
That's
would
the
have never
difference.
got that much play time to even unlock how to be a pro.
Okay.
True.
All I'm
Okay.
saying is
True.
this,
Bronny is
bro.
not good, bro.
I don't think Bronny's gonna be some great player ball, but I'm not gonna call the man's trash if he can go play in the G League against other pros for a whole season and put up 21
Well,
points a
he
game
didn't
this
play
year.
for a whole season. He only played 18 games total.
No, he played more than that
No,
ticket.
I got it right here. I got the official stats. He
I
played
don't
No,
care.
he
eight.
played less
He
than
played
He
18
played
eighteen.
games.
18 games.
I got it right
That's
here. He played
still
18 games. He averaged
that's
18.6 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.7 steals on
yeah.
41%,
I saw different stats.
41.6.
I saw more games, and
No,
then
I
I
got the
saw
official stat. No, I got the official stats right here.
okay.
Yeah,
I
but
saw 21 and a half,
but you
5.8,
talking about
5.3,
That's
something
but you
only
like
hey
that.
talking about
faster, faster.
yeah,
Hold on,
Bronny played
my man.
11
Hold on one
ticket.
second, brother. Hold on
Y'all
one second,
calm down,
brother.
brother.
You trying to overtalk the big dogs, bro? Hey, so faster. He that was the regular season. I'm talking about the overall season he played. The
What you
overall
mean the
season
regular?
he
What you hold on? What you mean the regular season?
because they had tip off tournament games in the G League. And those games, they break it down into three: the tip-off tournament, the regular season, and the overall season in the G League. So the
Okay.
tip-off tournament, he played 7 games, averaged 13.4 points, 3.1 rebounds, 3.4 assists on 37 from the 4.4 from the field, 21.2 from the three. In the regular season, he averaged 21.9 in only 11 games, 5.3 rebounds, 5.3 assists,
That's the
1.9,
stat I saw. I'm sorry. That's
44
the one
points.
I
Yeah,
saw.
yeah, that's 11 games. And overall, he
That's the one I
played
saw.
yeah, overall he played 18 games. So he played 18 games overall because they had the tip of it. Yeah, he only played a few games at home. He really didn't play only like 2 games on the road.
Yeah, on the road he wasn't playing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I see where you coming
Hey,
from, Pastor. But that
Yeah.
nigga, like I said, hold on. So let's just say this: you practicing with them NBA cats all season long. You doing this. All them other cats is going out there putting up numbers. Cole, Swider, all them other dudes who going to get 18, 20 easy in summer league. This dude can't even. He can't even get. He can't even get off in summer league.
hey, Elder.
yeah,
I'm
You
listening.
something.
that's
Let me
true.
ask you something because I know you've been peeping it. I know you've been peeping it. What you think about the quiet? Like he just letting all this go down, Luca. His quiet.
Well, he ain't got nothing to say. Luka know that the Lakers are doing everything they can to please him. He knows that they are between a rock and a hard place until they get rid of LeBron. So, you don't need to come out and say nothing publicly like that because, again, let's keep it a buck. It's still a business, y'all. It ain't a good look for Luka to be some kind of enemy or
What
coming
you were
against
saying.
LeBron. I would
I
just be
miss.
quiet like he
I miss.
doing. He
I
ain't got to
missed some
say
of what
nothing.
you said. I missed some of what you said, Elder. It blocked out on my end. I just heard business.
Oh, I was saying that Luca understands this is a business. He don't need to
Okay.
say nothing. The Lakers have shown him that they 100% committed to him. He
Fact.
knows they just got to get rid of LeBron first for it to be his full show. So he doing right by not saying a word. He don't need to say nothing because all they're
No,
gonna do is bait him into saying something and try to use it against him and LeBron and make them be fighting. And he realized that
yep.
ain't worth all of that. It ain't
I
worth
was saying
that.
I love the way he being quiet and just, they already gave you the keys on the low. They slid them to you, threw them on the ground, kicked them with their feet, you picked them up.
So, Elder, what do you think about when Luca was on Mind the Game? Like, you think that was just a strategic on his part, or
When
he
he
was
was
just
what?
like he was on Mind the Game? Remember the LeBron's podcast?
I think
You
that
remember
was
when he was
LeBron
on it?
trying to act like he don't got a problem with Luka, trying to act like he's comfortable.
I actually think LeBron is comfortable with Luca. LeBron is not comfortable with not being in control. He don't got a problem with Luca. I don't think he do. He has a problem not being in control. That's his issue. When he can control Jimmy
I mean,
Butler.
as in like competitiveness, like
I
I
don't.
don't got
Hey,
to
brother.
like he had to
Hey,
show it.
brother.
Like I sit him on
Hey,
the side
brother.
of me.
Hey, brother. I don't think LeBron has any issue playing basketball with Luca. LeBron been trying to get somebody to help him for a lot of years now. He's been trying to get a range over to Anthony Davis. He's been trying to get somebody.
So
Russ
those rumors
Westbrook.
about him saying him and Austin Reeves didn't want to play with him, that's just
That's
shenanigans.
just crazy. Yeah, you saw Austin Reeves' agent came out and said, "Y'all gonna see this year." That nobody. That's again, bro. This is what people do to spin narratives. I
Yeah,
don't. I can tell if LeBron don't like somebody. I ain't seeing that with Luca. He ain't got a
yeah,
problem with that. Well, LeBron got a problem with is the Lakers. He
yeah.
wants the control, and the Lakers took the control back when they sold the team, and
Facts.
that pisses him off. He ain't got a problem with Luca. He got a problem with the Lakers.
He felt like he had his foot up. The original owners, you know what? And he like this dude. I ain't got nothing with him.
But
No
the
dirt.
craziest thing is the Lakers didn't sell to a new owner. They sold to the he was a minority owner under this. The
Yeah,
guy
but
that
they sold to
yeah.
a guy that has that's in control that he can
About to be
control.
Mr.
He
LA,
can't
bro. He
No, no,
manipulate.
no,
damn near
no.
own every
But
LA
what I'm
team
saying,
out here. He about to be
but what I'm
Mr.
saying,
LA.
but what I'm saying is he as a minority owner as in the Lakers, he knew the shenanigans LeBron was doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
He knew
he
that. Look,
witnessed
and
all
he
the
found
stuff.
out
So
even
he
better
said,
with
okay.
Magic. He found
Oh,
out
he
even
said,
more with Magic,
and
bro.
this is
When
why
Magic
he's
had,
doing. This is why he's doing what he's doing, and this
yeah,
is why they're
yeah,
leaking these things, saying that they're pretty much done with Bron, and their plan is to
bro,
not. They didn't even offer him a new contract, y'all. That's why he
yeah,
opted in. He
yeah.
never even
but
got
he
offered an extension.
but the thing is too, the real talk. Remember, there's 32 teams in the NBA. Four
30
teams is
teams,
only
30 teams,
30
bro,
teams. Sorry,
30.
I keep thinking NFL. Excuse me, 30 teams. Excuse me, man. There's 30 teams in the NBA, right? And only four is willing to trade. That shows you that LeBron's value in the NBA has severely dipped. Why? This is always kept telling people his best bet was to ride off into the sunset in 2016 when he gave Cleveland that championship. He could have rode off into the sunset, and then he could have had that argument of who's the goat, who's the goat, who's the goat. You could say, hey, you know what? LeBron brought a championship to Cleveland. Jordan didn't do the for over 50 years. Jordan do that because it took Jordan by 91. And then when Jordan came to Chicago the next year, the Bears won a championship, or Chicago was always the city of champions. So that debate could have been there, but he overstayed his welcome. That's the problem. When you are good, sometimes it's good to ride off to a sunset to sustain your legacy, not to keep going, because guess what? People are going to get tired of you.
Bro,
They're
it
going to be
Yeah,
wouldn't
they
like,
have
gonna
go
be
mattered
too
if
away.
much
it
longer.
wouldn't have mattered if he retired after that win. They wouldn't. Nobody
Yeah.
would consider
Gonna
him the
say
GOAT,
It
bro.
ain't gonna
The
be too
only
much
No, no, no,
longer
no.
people,
because
I
that's
won't say
why
no, no,
the
no.
only
everything
I
get
people
won't
that
more
say
can
I won't say
debate.
they
disrespected.
Hold
call
on,
him the
brother. Hold
GOAT,
on, brother.
but
Hold on, brother.
I won't
Hold
say the
on.
GOAT. Go ahead, go.
Hold
Sorry,
on,
brother.
brother.
Sorry,
Hold
man.
on.
I apologize.
Only
Go ahead.
people that's gonna debate him being the GOAT is his stance and his gawkers. That's it. They're the only
Okay.
ones. See,
Facts,
when
facts,
you think
facts.
about this, how you know Jordan like the GOAT. When you hear about other guys that are great at their sport, why is it that they
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, he's the Michael Jordan of soccer," or "Hey, he's the Michael Jordan of hockey," or "Oh, he's the Michael
You're
Jordan
right.
of race car driving"? You ain't never heard
You're
nobody
right.
say he's the LeBron James
Hey, hey, that's
of
crazy,
baseball.
Elder. That's
You ain't
crazy
Oh,
never
you're
you
heard
right,
just
nobody
now
Elder.
say
You're
said
right.
that.
that.
You're right. You're
That's
Jordan is
right.
the
crazy you
standard,
said
is what
that,
I'm
Elder,
saying.
because
Jordan is the
LeBron tried
standard.
to start that when he said, I went to the LeBron James feet. He tried to start that in some way. That's crazy you just now.
No,
But ain't
you're
nobody
right.
picking
You're
up
right,
on that
Elder.
crap though, because Jordan is the standard, bro.
Well,
Yes,
okay, you're
sir.
right. Okay, I said corrected, Elder. I said you're right. But here's the thing I was going to say. The best bet was for him was just to ride off on Sunset in 2016.
The
He
best
gave
bet was for
Cleveland.
him to stay in Cleveland and win all his rings there. That was the best damn
That's
bet.
true. No, well, that too. But I'm just saying, if he decide, let me tell you something right now. John Elway, hear me out. John Elway, It took him what? He went to Super Bowl 4 times, lost. He won back to back 97, 98, 99. He could have came back in 2000, but John said, "Nah, that's it. I'm good. I finally got those 2 rings. I'm
He ain't
Gucci."
gonna be here for too much longer, and that's why all of the disrespect is getting a little bit more vulgar because it's almost up. He gotta leave, so
Yeah,
he's really trying to hit it hard.
but that's that's his problem. Like
When
your
you
I
folks
pass
think
say he about
somebody
to.
I
up
want to
on
get
look,
back on
when you better than somebody, you don't speak up on them, bro. You don't even put them in your
I want to get back
conversation.
on the topic we talking about. Is this trading and LeBron possibly leaving? I really think Dallas is the team, y'all. I do. Let's go straight to sneak in there. The Knicks is going to have to get too many people involved, and Cleveland going to have to move too many players to do
Hey,
it.
hey, Elder.
I can't
He
think of
might
a
force.
side team that would maybe want to do it. I can't think of one.
He might force a. He might force a. He might push Cooper Flag out for his son.
That's what I
No,
was saying.
no, no, bro, no,
Hey,
no,
listen. He gonna be like, I don't play. I don't
Hey,
play
no,
with young
bro.
guys.
Bronny was the highest paid rookie last year, Elder.
No, he was not the highest paid rookie. Stop,
He
sir.
got $8 million.
What are you talking about, bro? Bronny's whole contract is 8 million for 4 years.
He just got
He
a
didn't make eight
certified
million. He
contract
didn't
for a
make.
second
He didn't
rounder, bro.
make. He didn't make. Yeah, he got what the 30th pick. He got that contract. He's on a minimum deal, but it's guaranteed for 4 years. He got what the 30th
Okay.
pick gets in the first round.
So they were
He
saying
got
second round
that.
picks never got that before. That's all I was
That's
saying.
not true, bro. That's not
He
true
just
either.
told you right there. He just told you what you thinking, bro. It's the deal that he got. He got a guaranteed contract for a second rounder.
Yeah, that's all. That's the advantage he got. He was a second and got it guaranteed for 4 full years. There's been other seconds that get their contract guaranteed like that, but they're typically picked in the 30s, early 30s or something like that. All those guys is going 31, 32, 33, 30, 36, 30. Them guys are getting guaranteed money.
Who you
They're
think
getting
is more
guaranteed.
Yeah,
desperate,
but he
Elder,
never
on
got
the
$8 million
trade?
though.
On the trade, off the teams that you said, Elder, that I heard you,
Dozier
you
for
said
8 million.
Golden State, Dallas, Cleveland, and you said New York. Out of those teams, who you think in all varieties, money wise, whatever they thinking, who you think is more desperate to move hell and earth?
Probably the Knicks, especially with what
Hey,
happened to
hey,
him last
Elder.
year.
I think he's gonna get traded to a team that's gonna be unknown. Like it's not gonna
I
be on
for
the
sure
radar.
think it's an
No,
Eastern
but hold
team.
on,
I'm gonna
hold
tell
on.
you,
I
I
think
for
it's gonna
sure
be
think it's an
Eastern.
Eastern
LeBron.
team.
Here's the thing: LeBron would veto the trade if he don't think he can win. So it ain't going to be this unknown team. It's got to be a team that he thinks he can go win with.
And I
What's
think it's
gonna
gonna be
if the
East.
Knicks do
Elder.
it? They're going to have to find a trader for what's his name, Cat, because that's
The
who they're
Knicks
going to
shouldn't
want to
do
move.
it. The
They're
Elder.
Knicks
going to
shouldn't
want to
do
It's
it.
move
gonna have
Cat.
to be East,
Well,
Elder,
The
because I
Lakers
don't
ain't
think
Elder.
taking
What do you
LeBron
Cat.
think about
got
him with
faith in him
Brooklyn?
making it out the
Uh,
The
first
Lakers
round
ain't
in the
taking
West,
Cat.
bro.
They're not taking
Elder.
Cat.
What do you
Yeah.
think
He's
about him
gonna
I'm
with
a
go
Brooklyn?
East.
I'm a Knicks fan.
LeBron's
The Knicks
going.
shouldn't
Hey,
do
look.
it.
Hey, look.
The Knicks should
LeBron's
not
going
do that.
East. He can't get out the first round, man. In the West, most of the time, second and all that. He ain't gonna take that chance. He's gonna go East.
Oh,
He sees
oh,
it easier. You see
Hey,
all the
who should,
injuries over there in the East. He's gonna go over there.
you know what
Elder.
team you gonna go to the East? You know what team you gonna go to the East too? Would be good because they was talking
Who?
about rumors last year, 76ers. But
No, they don't got the money.
but Elder, I want to ask you a question. You think the Dallas could pick up his 52 million? Do
Yeah, they
they under
got
the
the
luxury
players to
cap?
do it. They got the players to do it.
I don't see Dallas breaking up because they got lucky with that one pick because they traded Luka, but I don't
They
see
got a
Dallas.
lot of guys that are not a part of their future that are still
They
good
love
players
Max
that make good
Christie
money.
and
This
they
is why
love
Dallas
Bronny.
is the best spot. Dallas, for trade wise, is the best spot.
They just paid Gafford, bro. They're not moving him.
Yeah, they
I
will.
mean,
Just because they paid him don't mean they won't move him. A
I mean,
lot of guys get signed and traded. So yeah, just because you get a check contract don't mean they're not gonna move you. Matter of
but
fact,
Kyrie,
most of the time they sign you so they can because the team that you're going to, they don't want to be a lame duck team and you come as a rental for a half a year or a year. So they
Yeah.
want to know they got you under contract. So most time when guys get a contract, they finna get moved.
Hey Elder,
I mean,
what if he randomly get traded to Brooklyn?
That ain't gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
He
Brooklyn
can't.
is gonna need
Hey
to.
Elder,
brother.
as an elder
Brooklyn
Hey
got
on
brother.
some,
Brooklyn.
I mean,
hey,
they got
elder
Brooklyn got
Hey
the
on
money.
some
brother.
money.
Hold
Laker,
on.
Brooklyn
Hey
got the money,
brother.
but they're not gonna
Hold
do
They
it.
on,
That's
y'all.
not
exist.
gonna happen.
Hey brother. He can't get randomly traded anywhere because he has a no trade
Good
clause.
call.
look here, elder. On this Laker fan, right? Just on your Laker fandom, what's your final analogy like on LeBron being with the squad? What is your analogy on him? Just off of your fandom, your team, him coming to play.
Hey, my thing is Out of respect, thanks, LeBron. You brought us back. You helped get us back to relevancy. We did get a chip out of you. Cool. Enjoy the rest of life. That's me. Respectfully.
Elder, you
That's
think the
how I
Lakers
feel.
gonna retire? Elder, you think the Lakers gonna retire his number?
It's,
No, no.
probably, yeah. Yeah.
I hope they don't. That's
It
stupid.
probably will. And again, it's
Which
good
one?
business. Hold
20?
on. It's good business to do that, to retire his number is good business, to put a statue out front. All that stuff is good business. So they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Put a statue out front.
Yeah, Jeannie already said she's going to do it. So,
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
she ain't
He's
gonna be
not even a
able to
top
do it.
10
That
Laker
owner
all
gonna say
time. That
hell
is
no.
disrespectful.
That new owner
Uh,
gonna say no,
hey,
no.
if it's good business, they will.
That
No,
is
Genie
disrespectful.
These guys
still
don't become
Genie,
billionaires for nothing, bro.
You know the guy who bought the Lakers. Genie's still the governor over the Lakers, so she still has some say.
Yeah, he
So
got her hired for the next 5 years to
That's
run
a
it.
slap in the
And
face
really
to the
all he's
Laker
gonna do,
greats.
I'm gonna tell y'all what he's gonna do.
Genie.
He's gonna
Genie.
use Jeannie
You
to
still
get
gotta
the
walk, Genie.
He's
Don't do
gonna
that to
use
yourself.
He's gonna use Jeannie to get the finances in order, but he also gonna use Jeannie to get rid of all these people that she enabled all these years. He ain't finna take the brunt of that. He gonna make her do it. Because all these people that she brought in and she gave them a voice, now they feel voiceless, like LeBron, like Clutch, like Tim
nope.
Harris, like the
Kurt Rambis.
Rambuses, like all
Yep.
these folk. He gonna make her. That's the only reason she gonna stick around. He gonna make her deal with them people because she created it. He ain't finna just come in and be the bad guy and start getting rid of everybody that don't need a voice. He gonna make her do that.
El- Hey, Elder.
So that's why she
What
gonna
if
stick
Utah?
around,
What if Utah asked for LeBron?
bro. What did I just
Ain't
say,
that what
bro?
LeBron want?
What did I just say? LeBron ain't randomly going to no team. He has a no trade clause, bro.
But he's still
Utah,
taking a pay cut
even
though, Elder.
you, it doesn't make a difference. Utah, he has a no trade clause, brother. Are you listening? Do you know what that means? A no trade
No,
clause?
yeah, he control where he goes. I know, but I'm saying, what if he
Yes,
a
so
he
why
free
can
would he
agent?
go
say
there?
no. He can veto any trade. So he ain't going to freaking Utah. Hell no. They ain't
Hey,
even a championship contending team. What would it benefit him to go to Utah?
nothing. Hey, El, let
Nothing.
me ask you a
He
question though.
ain't going to Utah.
The two teams in the East, Cleveland and New York.
Cleveland, New York.
Say if he get traded to New York or Cleveland and he make it to the finals and he get another loss, does that hurt his legacy again or his legacy already set?
I think his legacy set, bro. I really
Okay.
do. I don't think winning or losing. Now, winning I think can help because winning always helps. But losing, I don't think people are gonna view him any different. 6 losses, 7 losses. I mean, Jerry West got 9 of them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he's still a
But
great player. I don't think he's gonna view him any different. I don't. Now, if he wins, I think some people will because at his age, and especially if he's a major contributor and he gets Finals MVP again, all that kind of stuff, bro. Yeah, I think that could help in a
but
certain way. But I don't think
but
it's gonna
El-
make him go.
but you
Elder,
said
let me.
Jerry West though. You said Jerry West, but he not considered in the top top 5 players or GOAT conversation.
I understand.
Yeah. So
But you,
that
but you,
Only reason LeBron in the gold conversation is because of Bron tards and
he,
gawkers and knee pad wearers, and that's the only reason he
mm,
in there. He just
um,
but
hasn't won. Think about it. Name a guy that's a goat in any sport that is lost in the finals or lost in the championships as much as LeBron has.
I
that's
never
true.
heard of.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's just unheard of. Now because again, LeBron is trying to change the narrative.
Narrative,
He's
right?
trying to get people to believe rings are not as important as they are.
Well, if
But
it's not,
Well,
everybody plays their
if it,
sport to win a ring. They
but
play
if
their
that's the
sport
case,
to win a
uh,
chip.
if
but
that's the
Elder, let me
case,
ask you.
he should just retire then. If the
I
reigns
mean,
don't matter like that, he should just
Yeah,
retire.
again,
Because
he
what is he
got his
fighting for?
other again, he still is trying to enhance his legacy. I told LeBron the way to do that to change people's minds. Do what the greats did. All the greats have taken less money, sacrificed all that. That's what they
that's true.
did to win. You ain't done that at
Right. But
all.
see,
Taking a million, hey bro, taking $1 million less, you ain't sacrificing. Sorry,
right.
sir.
But see,
That's what
only
you did
Well,
in
thing,
Miami.
but here's the thing, Elder. You know, you're absolutely right because you everybody. I always tell everybody, people forget that Jordan played with the most cheapest owner in NBA. That's Jerry Reinsdorf. He owns the Chicago White Sox. He's very cheap when it comes to paying his players, both in basketball and baseball. So Jordan was getting all his deals from endorsements. That's why he wasn't holding the Chicago Bulls hostage to say, "Give me,
Huh?
let me. I'm going to take up the $52 million option, and you figure out how to give me players around me." That's not how it works. You don't hold your organization hostage. The money is in the endorsement deals that you get. That's where the big money comes from. Get the contract that's good. Take a pay cut because, like I said, you're a billionaire. You good. You take a pay
Should
cut.
be.
You want to win. Yeah, allegedly you're a billionaire, but
No, he
you
is.
take a pay cut.
He
Well,
is. But what he wants is, see,
but
he's
yeah.
trying to change the narrative. He wants people to think I'm the only 40-year-old player that was receiving a max deal. He
Oh
wants stuff
Lord.
like that out there.
First of all, there was been 40-year-old players back in the NBA. Listen, Robert Parrish was
Not,
over
hold on,
40
brother.
when
You
he
didn't
was.
listen to me.
No,
You
no,
didn't
I'm not
listen to
saying.
me.
I'm not. No, no, no. I'm just saying.
You didn't listen to me,
It's.
brother.
I
You didn't
get what
listen
you're
to me.
saying.
No,
Talk
you
about the
didn't.
max deal. You talk
Yeah,
about the
because
max deal.
none of them other guys got max. You got other guys
No,
that were
no.
40
I
and
get what you're
played,
saying
but
about
not with
that.
LeBron. They haven't done what LeBron done. No 40-year-old has been a second team All NBA. No
No, you're
40-year-old
absolutely
has
right.
made a max contract. So they haven't done what LeBron has done if we're keeping it a buck.
No, no, I'm
Saying
not.
on that.
I'm not talking about the max contract and everything. I'm talking about where no one ever played in the NBA at 40. This is what this is the narrative that the media is telling the young cats who never played, who never seen the NBA back in the 90s. Guys like us, we say, yeah, it has happened before. But you're right, it never happened where a 40-year-old is getting a max contract and all that stuff. No, that is
And
true.
making
They
all
never
NBA
did that.
teams. Yeah, and
Yeah,
making all
but
NBA
there
teams.
have been. Moses Malone was nearly 40 when he finished. Robert Parrish was over 40. So it has happened. But these
Yeah.
guys were
Yeah, you
done.
got plenty of guys that have played at 40. They just aren't great. They're not good
They wasn't
players
playing
still
on
at
that
40.
level to
Yeah,
LeBron.
they're
No.
not all-star level players at 40.
Right.
Or they
He's the
were.
first
Well, they
one.
used to be. They used to be all stars. But
Him and Jordan are
yeah.
like the only two that's ever been like on an all-star level. But Jordan
Hey,
wasn't making any all NBA
hey,
teams. Even
Elder.
though he put up 30 20 a game, he wasn't making all NBA teams.
Hey, Elder. You remember you said like a couple minutes ago that no person in any sport that name a person that's in the GOAT conversation, any sport that lost 6 times in the championship round.
Yeah.
You can't front like even though we don't like LeBron and people make excuses for you can't front like 2015 he did perform well and his teammates were hurt too.
Mm.
What that got to do with the price of tea in China, my brother?
You saw what?
What does that statement you made have to do with the price of tea in China? There's been plenty of guys that have played well and their teammates didn't step up and they lost chips. You don't get no credit for that.
I
You
know
still
the
lost the
like
chip,
I
bro.
know the
I mean,
like
hold on, bro.
six.
Hold on, bro. The logo, is he not the logo for a reason? Think about what this man did. The only man in history of basketball to do this. His
Yeah,
team lost the NBA championship and they still named him the MVP.
yeah.
So that's a man playing well and his teammates not, and they still losing. He don't get no credit for that. Nobody talks about Jerry West being the MVP on a losing team in the NBA Finals. So that what you said is it's irrelevant that his teammates didn't play well and he played good. That's
Hey,
irrelevant.
yo,
Because
we
guess
might as
what
well.
though? Hold on. Guess
We might as
what?
well
We
give
got
credit.
time. Hold
The
on,
We might as
brother.
love
well give. Sorry.
Hold
the
on, brother.
love
Hold
the
on.
love he
Guess
tied
what?
him
We
on his
got. Hold on,
birthday.
brother. Hold on, brother. Guess what? We got multiple times where he played bad and they lost the finals too.
Yeah,
Yep, that's true.
2011 I
Elder,
give you
So
that.
him playing good and losing don't mean shit. Losing is losing. It really don't matter. Once you lose, you lose.
hey,
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 get
Elder, can I
what
ask
you
you
get
something in
props.
your professional question?
You
Like in
can.
your professional capacity,
So
bro? It's
so
like a
so
two-part question. One, how much do you think, realistically, I mean, besides what he brings to how much do you think a team should offer LeBron on a fair contract?
About 35 million a year.
honestly, I think LeBron should be playing for about $20 million a year.
Okay,
And that's him helping the team, is what I'm saying.
okay,
Because it don't do
right.
you no good to take a discount, but you're not helping the team. He
Elder,
needs to help the team with a discount. So
Okay.
I think he should be playing for 20 million a year. Remember
And,
Dirk? Remember back in the day, Dirk played for 10 and they end up winning. Why? Because they could pay the older guys to come over
oh
there and
yeah.
play with him, and the younger guys give them the money they need to get to play.
Oh
Dirk did
yeah.
that and he won. But I think it should be double that now because the money's different. So
Oh
give him about $20 million and you can still make all the moves and maneuvers you need to.
the
You
Yeah.
can
second
still be a
the
billionaire at
second
20
part of
million.
Because
The
20
second
million
part,
is that's what starters make. So he should make
Yeah,
what starters make. You see
that's
what I'm
Okay,
saying?
that's
hold
a good.
up.
I would took the 20 million. Oh shoot, what?
Oh,
Elder,
yeah,
and the
You
second part of
okay.
my
good?
He
question,
too prideful to do that though.
That's what
the
Tim
second
Duncan
part of my
did.
question, Elder, is
Duncan did the same. You're right. Yep.
do you
Duncan
think
did the same.
do you think it's fair that he spin the narrative when the finals lost or when he loses in the finals, the role players aren't good enough? Like I don't know, but I always thought the star was supposed to shine on the big stage. Unless you can tell me something different, I get you do need the role players to play, but as long as I've been watching the NBA, I know the role players play better at home, and the stars usually got to step it up on the road. So, like, how you feel about that narrative to where it is like he always saying the role players not good enough, the role players aren't good enough.
I mean, like all of his narratives to me, they're ill gotten and they're false in my personal opinion, and they just a bad look. You know, losers when you lose, you never heard Kobe blame the players. You never heard Mike. You saw determination in the eye, like I'm finna go do whatever it takes over the summer, and I'm gonna come back and win next year. That's all you saw. That's what killers do. That's what driven people do. You don't make the excuses and put it on the other people, and that's just who he is, though, man. That's who the brother has been,
Yeah,
man. It's just who
but
he
Hey,
is.
Elder,
I had a
Elder,
question.
Elder, I'm sorry, Elder, I lost so much respect for this dude, LeBron. After him and KD did that diss about MJ, man, come on, bro. Oh, we don't cut and run. He played baseball, bro, because he did that because his pops got killed. Like, how disrespectful are you? Then you talk about Will Chamberlain didn't score 100 points because there was no like, dude, you're so disrespectful. Like, it's like unbelievable, man. Like I get it. You want to have your legacy, but dude, why you tearing out other men's legacy just to prop yours up? And you just being so disrespectful. These are the dudes who made sure that you become a billionaire. Like they don't do this in the NFL. Like this is so like I'm tired of this. Like I'm tired of today NBA guys disrespecting the old school guy. That's not right, man. That's not right. Like
But
yo, these are the
the
dudes who set the table for y'all. Like
I
come
get
on, man.
I get what you're saying, bro. But like at the same time, like this been going on since way back. It didn't start like after
No, dude,
2020,
that's the lie.
2010.
That's a lie, bro. But that's a damn lie.
It's
Because
footage.
Jordan never disrespected
I'm not
the elders back in the
I'm
day.
not talking about
It's the dudes dead
specifically.
now, man.
I'm not specifically talking about Michael Jordan or specifically players, but it has been like Legend of Winning. He broke it down into it about how it's a generational thing. Like only difference is now we got social media.
Dude, that's a lie because I'm trying to tell you, the NFL, the young and these dudes in the NFL now that's young, that you will never see them disrespect Joe Montana or he ain't this or my man Lawrence Taylor. They will never do that. The NFL is a shield. They said it's a fraternity. You're
But it's
not going to
footage.
do that. Like
It's
the NBA
footage
got to
of
be like that, bro.
it's footage of Will Chamberlain saying that in the '90s players are soft and they wouldn't survive in this era. Like
He
he
wasn't. Come on, man. He wasn't clowning them like that. He was just making conversation. But like I said, you don't like. But come on, dude. You sneak this in about a man who went to play baseball because his father got murdered.
and I agree
Okay,
with you. He shouldn't have did
and that's
that.
disrespect. Like why?
Hey, you're
Like
gonna
come
hear stuff
on.
like that about from Wilt because Wilt felt he's one of these guys that felt like he never was really truly appreciated. He was really used by the NBA back then. He was like a sideshow circus show, and he never felt like he got the honor or respect he should have got. Remember, in his era, even though he was the most dominant player, you had a team that totally dominated while he played. I mean, think about a man scoring 50 points a game and 25 rebounds a game, only winning two championships.
But
You
you
see what
let
I'm?
I get what you're
So he
saying, but
felt
like
like he was disrespected. So
you don't
this is why you get some of this from Will. And Will, let's just keep it a buck. Will was a pretty narcissistic kind of dude too. He
you
was. He
don't
was a
you but you
narcissistic
don't
dude.
think dudes back in the '90s, white ends in the '90s wasn't saying, "Oh, look at this '60s and
Hey,
'50s
bro. Bro,
highlights."
I came up playing in the '90s, so I don't remember guys in my era doing that. I don't. I don't remember guys bashing the guys from the '60s or the '70s or the '80s. I don't. And I remember in the GOAT conversation, even when we would talk about who the greatest was, it was never putting down another player. It was just always promoting the guy we thought was the best. So if somebody was arguing for Kareem, they wasn't bashing Magic or Bird or Michael Jordan. They just was pumping up Kareem. The conversations back then to me, which we didn't have a lot of GOAT conversations at all, they were just different.
Yeah.
than what they are now. And again, it's because the narrative is being pushed. And this new
Some people,
generation, they're not basketball lovers of the game like we were.
some people
Sports,
say,
they're not sports lovers. These dudes are attached to sports from video games. They're attached to sports from gambling. They're attached to sports from fantasy sport. You see what I'm saying? Their attachment to sports is totally different than ours is. They didn't go out and play the game like we did back then. They
it's
are
social
attached
media,
for different. They're more casual. They're more
social media.
casual. Yeah, they're just more casual. Now they think because they can eloquently put podcasts together and all that that they think they know more about the game, but they don't.
And
You
the
have
Elder,
thing
no.
about,
This is the
Elder,
the
problem.
thing
You
about the
can
thing
analyze it, but you have no
the
experience.
hey,
thing
Elder,
about
you
the
know
GOAT,
what I
the GOAT.
noticed? Can I say something real quick? You know what I noticed about these dudes that's like disrespecting the older dudes and the guys that came before them? And I don't know if y'all made this correlation, but everybody that I speak, because I call that feminine energy, everybody I seen do that was raised by their mama, bro. Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Tracy McGrady, like all
Mm.
dudes is red, and I think that's feminine stuff, tearing somebody else down to try to prop yourself up, or for you to try to switch roles, say, "Oh well, if I had that, I could have won too." That's stuff females do. You feel me? And I
Yeah,
noticed, I
but
said, "Dang."
this the
I said a
problem
lot
though.
of them was raised with single moms. Now look with somebody who had their dad. You ain't never heard Steph disrespect the OG because
I
his
have,
dad was old.
Steph
I
Curry
have,
I
did. He
have,
did.
I
I've
have.
heard Steph do it. Steph said he the best point guard all the time. That's totally disrespectful.
But think about it,
He ain't
Elder.
even
I
a
don't
damn
think.
point guard, and he
Listen,
talking
I
about he the
don't think.
best point guard all the time.
Listen, I don't think that's from a disrespectful standpoint. I think that's just more from a competition, and I have earned my stripes. Like
Steph
we all
Curry.
know Magic. We all know Magic. I mean, at least I can't speak for everybody, but I know Magic the greatest point guard, hands down.
Not even
I,
close.
I won't be mad at Steph for feeling that he got a seat at that table because of what he's done in his accomplishments. So
But
I
he,
get it. You feel me? And I know
Steph Curry
as a competitor, don't nobody want to see another man better than him. You feel
Steph
what
Curry
I'm saying?
said in the interview with KD and LeBron, like when they get old, they're not going to be them bitter old heads.
But ain't nobody bitter. But I also heard Marbury said that too. But the true, I want to say this: the one of the true best point guards is Jason Kidd. Like when he came to New Jersey with that roster, and he took him to the finals his first year, I was like, "Yo, this dude's sick."
You're a
But
point guard.
that's a debate.
I mean, you got
That's a
to think
debate up
about
there.
that's the definition of a point guard that we came up under. You feel me? Nowadays, a point guard ain't nothing but a combo guard. That's what they're
Right.
using for the point guard nowadays. I mean, a point guard was somebody who really his job was to initiate the offense, get the right people involved, and if the offense is stagnant, you'll kickstart your offense to keep your
Yeah.
team in the
They
game.
call lead
The
guards
GOAT
now.
conversation thing is more so like, to me personally, like Michael Jordan, the GOAT and everything, like most people do, but like some people think we'll never know who the real GOAT is because of eras, rule changes, and all this stuff.
I agree with that 100%. It's like how can you play? How can you compare two games that's played under different
Man,
sets of rules?
goat is
And
subjective. It's
right,
up to your opinion. It's up to your
right.
thoughts. So it'll never be a consensus. Well, actually, Jordan to me is that because he's the standard. Like I said, I don't hear anybody else. Like even Pele, who's the greatest soccer player of all time. I don't hear people saying you the Pele of basketball. You the
Well, he,
Pele of race
Right.
car driving. I don't
You're
hear it,
Mike
but guess
Jordan of
what I do
football.
hear?
Right,
You're the
right.
Michael Jordan of this. You're the
Well,
Michael Jordan of fashion. You're the Michael Jordan of construction. You know what I mean? Like they compare you to Michael. When you're the best, the first thing come out of people's mouth is you're the Michael Jordan of this.
and
yeah,
you know what, Elder? And it's crazy because with that type of mentality, I was telling people asked me what I thought was like what separated Cole and Mike from a lot of people. And I said, Joe, listen, I've seen like tech people watching uh what do they call those things? You know, when they present to an audience and
Are you talking about TED Talk?
no, I'm watching right, and like I'm watching a guy who made millions of dollars from tech say when he locked in, he said, "Man, I locked in with my Mamba mentality." I'm hearing tennis players say, "Yo, I locked in with my Mamba." I say, "Yo, like this dude changed. It's a way of thinking. It's a mentality that you get that only the greats get." And
Yeah.
everybody who's at the top of their games, I done heard Cristiano Ronaldo say that, Serena Williams say that. I done heard Kanye West say that. And it's just like I've never heard nobody say, "Yo, I got." Not to be funny, I got that LeBron mentality. I got this. It's like, nah, that's what separate dudes like Magic, MJ, and like, cause they was killers, man. They were stone cold
Bird,
killers,
man.
man.
And you know the craziest thing, man. I just thought about it. You know the craziest thing. Even when Jordan was quote unquote sucking in baseball, if Jordan his baseball jersey sells, if Jordan decides to say, you know what, my beef with the Wizards is over, Mitchell Ness, make my Wizard Jordan jersey. You know that'll fly off the rack. Even though people say, oh, Jordan the Wizard, that was his bad year. If he decided to let Mitchell Ness to recreate his Washington Wizards jersey right now, and they went on this website, it will crash because everybody wants that jersey. That jersey is hard to find unless you got that Wizards jersey back in 2001. You can't get it.
Hey, yo,
You
think about this,
cannot get
bro.
it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
People
But
wear number 23 in all sports because of Michael Jordan. I never seen a
And
nigga say he
LeBron
want to be
wearing
number 6.
23 because of Michael Jordan.
I've never seen nobody say they want to be number 6, bro.
Well, first off, he ain't LeBron. Ain't that would be Julius Erving? He ain't even
I
number
mean, the
6.
originator. You right,
Yeah,
Elder. He's
that's
the
Julius
original number 6.
Erving. Bron wore 6 in the Olympics and then tried to switch. Again, he's wearing Jordan's number.
That's a fact.
He's wearing Jordan's number. That right there should let you know you ain't the GOAT. You wearing somebody else's number, bro.
he was trying to wear it up in Miami, but Miami retired 23. And guess what? Jordan never played for
Because
the
you know
Miami.
Pat Riley wasn't finna let that dude. That Pat Riley wasn't finna let that dude disrespect Mike like that. Pat Riley old school. He an OG. He wasn't
But
finna let
yo,
LeBron do that.
Pat Riley let him disrespect Eddie Jones because Eddie wore 6 in Miami and in LA. I'm still mad at that. Like, how you let that dude
All
wear
right, but
6
hold
in LA?
on. LeBron's
Come
a
on,
way better
man.
player than Eddie Jones, though, bro.
Oh no, that's no.
Eddie
Stop the
Jones is a
cap.
great
That's
player. I
you
mean, he's an
capping. You
all-star. Don't get me
capping.
wrong, but he was
You
way
Wait,
better
he
capping.
than
saying
Eddie Jones,
cap?
bro.
He said
He
You
cap.
on
capping.
something.
No,
You
no,
cap.
no.
You
Hey,
cap.
yo, listen, bro.
I don't care. Listen,
Let's not
Eddie's
do
my
that.
man.
Hey,
That's the
yo,
dude.
we might
I'm
not
just.
like the way Son moved, but we can't take away from what he did on the court. Like
I'm
LeBron
not
James.
taking away. I'm not taking
No,
away from what
but the
LeBron do. But I'm
even
just saying,
listen, but
Eddie was
to
fire.
Bro,
even
you think
Eddie was
compare
Eddie
Eddie
fire.
Jones is
Jones,
better than
listen,
LeBron James?
to compare Eddie Jones to LeBron
That's
James, bro,
crazy.
that's ludicrous.
Yeah,
That's
that's crazy.
diabolical.
Eddie. No, it's not Luke because Eddie had handle. That's what I'm trying to tell you. In
What?
fact,
Yeah,
Man,
okay,
get him off stage.
Eddie was a good
no,
player,
no,
bro. He was a
he was a
very
good
good
player.
player, but he wasn't even
No,
close to LeBron.
Thank you, Elder.
okay.
Don't entertain this. Don't entertain
And Eddie was humble. Eddie was the
Okay,
first
wait,
one to say
okay, wait.
Kobe was better.
The
That
dude
dude
that said
said Kobe was better than
don't
him at
entertain this. Let
18
me ask
years
you a question.
old.
That dude that said don't entertain this. Let me ask you a question. Are you an eight? Were you born in the 70s and 80s, or were you born in 2000?
Me?
Yeah, the one that said don't entertain this. I'm asking a question.
I
I'm
was
born in
born. I was,
72.
No, the
I was
one
born.
72. So you saw
Yeah,
Eddie Jones.
I
Eddie wasn't
did.
no scrub. Eddie ain't no scrub.
No, Eddie wasn't no scrub by no
But
means,
why
but
is you?
at
Why are you
no
saying he's
time
better
he
than
could be
LeBron?
compared to
No,
LeBron
I'm just
James,
so
bro.
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying. I just said it as a listen. I
Bro,
said
you said
it
I
just
was
hurt in my
capping.
heart when he. I said it hurt in my heart when I saw my LeBron wearing number 6, and that's Eddie's number. That's
Oh,
all I'm
okay,
saying.
okay,
That's
okay.
No,
all
no,
All I
I'm
no.
got,
That's
saying.
not what you
That's
said. That's
all.
not what you said. Mm-mm. That's
Yeah,
not what
I
you
did.
said.
But yo, I
Brother,
still. No, but my
what you
opinion, I
said
still feel
was
like he's
Pat
good.
Riley disrespected Eddie Jones by letting LeBron wear that number. And I
And
said, that's
I said
cap.
in Miami. I said Miami and
That's
LA.
cap.
That's what I said.
That's
I
cap.
said.
That's cap.
nah.
Because Eddie Jones is a good player, but he has done nothing to deserve his number being
Yeah,
retired or not
he's
worn
not.
by
He's
anybody
not
else.
even a Hall of Fame player.
Not,
No.
but nonetheless,
Very good
I'll just
all
throw my
star
opinion
player.
out
Made
there.
a
Yeah,
couple all
he's a good
star
player.
teams. I
Yeah,
liked
good
Eddie
player.
Jones.
Yeah, he
But he
good.
was a
Nonetheless,
he was the
I'm not.
first one to tell everybody that Kobe was better than him.
and he said Kobe used to crack their head at Temple when he was in high school. When he used to come to their open runs, he said Kobe used to crack them coming out of high school when he was at Temple. He said that.
I
Yeah,
consider
nonetheless,
Kobe.
I'm just listen. I want to bring it back to the full circle with LeBron and everything like we talked about. I'll just throwing off how I
Well,
feel
Temple had
about
a team back then.
and I respect the old school guys. That's all. My bad. That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
I think
I
I think
respect old school
everybody who be
cats.
on this type panel
We
respect the
need you.
old school. I think pretty much most of us come from the old school. You know what I mean? Like, and I respect a lot of this new school talent too. I just don't respect their
Oh,
mindset. I respect some of the talent, but I don't respect the mindset.
I
Yeah,
agree with
I feel
that.
like today's era
I
they just
agree. I
got
agree
too many
too.
privileges. That's all. Too many privileges. too many max contracts, all that.
Well, you know what? You ain't got to worry about that no more with that new CBA. You see them owners that's shipping dudes out left and right.
Oh yes,
Don't
they
don't.
are.
Yeah, unless you special, you ain't finna get
Yeah.
that, man.
You see, they didn't even want to
Hey,
give
a
Luka
lot
a
of these
max
guys is
contract.
getting paid today, y'all. When y'all see their contracts, remember these extensions, they don't kick in right then.
2 years.
You get an extension, you got to finish out your current contract
Yep.
before that one starts. Jalen Williams was reminding everybody, they was talking about them Rolexes and all that. He said, "Oh, now y'all need to understand
I,
that thing I just signed, that don't kick in to next year. I ain't got that kind of money.
Right.
Don't
Hey,
be
yo,
talking to me like that." But
Yeah.
some of these guys that are getting those deals, y'all, they getting them just to get traded. I'm
okay,
gonna tell you
see,
right
I don't
now.
get
Hey,
why they did that. Not trying to diss
hey,
Jalen Williams, but
Because they
they're not
earned it.
gonna
Hold on, bro. They earned it.
they're
Those
not gonna
dudes, think
win. They're
about it.
not winning
Jalen
another
Williams was
championship.
a third team All NBA. He was a
that's a fact.
second team All Defense
That's a
as a
fact.
third year player, and he won the chip for you. Put
But
up
That's
a
a
they only
forty
fact.
won
ball,
because
put up a 40
Halliburton got
ball in the
hurt.
championship. That brother earned it, bro. But now
That's a
here's the
fact.
thing: that don't mean you got to keep him on your team.
Right.
You gonna pay him. You gonna make sure. See, this is what Dallas should have done for Luca. They should have gave him the extension and then traded him.
Trade. Yep.
Yeah.
He earned
Yeah.
it. Luca was first team
Yep.
All NBA for 5 straight years. Top three in the MVP voting for
MVP.
like 3 of those years, bro.
Jalen
Luca
That,
was
had
not
earned
responsible.
that money.
and
Luca,
But is
that
that the
Dallas
reason?
really did Luca dirty, bro.
and
They
you know what,
really
Elder?
did.
And I don't think
Is
listen,
that
Elder.
the main reason why they traded him? Because they didn't want to pay him out
Yeah, that's the
that
only
Hey,
reason
money.
they traded Luca.
Elder.
It had nothing to do with his size. It had to do nothing with his
Elder. You
defense.
know
It had
what?
nothing to do with him drinking. They didn't. They traded him because they didn't want to pay him that super max.
And
That's
you
the
know what,
only
Elder?
reason.
I think 90% of the teams would have let them give him the super max and still traded
And
for him.
still signed Luca. Yes, that's why I said you should
But
have done
Elder,
that.
you forget. Remember, Mark Cuban don't own the team no more. That was the new own management that did that.
I understand that. I didn't say a word about blaming Cuban. I
No.
said
I'm
if
not saying
Dallas did him wrong.
no. I'm not saying blame.
Elder,
Now
I'm
I
just
knew
saying
Cuban would have done that. Cuban
yeah.
Cuban would have never traded him. If Cuban was
Never.
over that, he would have never traded Luca.
Elder,
Never.
the
That was
pace,
his
the
next Dirk
Thunder,
Nowitzki, somebody who was going to be there for
He'd have
life.
figured it out and gave Luca that money. That's what he
Yep.
would
Elder,
have done.
the Thunder only won this year because of Halliburton got hurt.
I don't
I
know about
can't
that.
say that. I can't say that.
They
I
should
don't
have
know
beat
about
them
that.
in 5 games, bro. How you barely beat a Pacers team when they better
Hey,
than you?
yo,
Pacers
you
was
know what?
playing well, bro. Pacers played
I
very,
was about
very
to say,
well.
if
Played
can
unified. They played very good.
I was about to say, like they was like at the end of the day, I don't think too many people watch Pacers games
They don't. They
unless they're a
don't.
Pacer fan.
Yeah.
But being able to watch them in the playoffs and really watch their team, I said, damn, these boys good.
Rick
I,
Carlisle. Rick
and
Carlisle's a
Rick
top
Carlisle
three
was
coach in the
coaching.
league.
That's a
He's a
fact.
top
And
three
coach,
coach in the league.
But
I
People
said that.
forget the Pacers made the damn Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Yeah,
And
they
Y'all act
Elder,
did.
like
you
they
know,
were just a scrub team.
hey
as
yo,
They was in the
Elder,
Eastern
Elder,
Conference
and you know
Finals
what?
last year.
Elder, and you know what I said? I was one of those guys who like, man, everybody they played, their star was hurt. They got to run it back. And they ran it back. I
the
got to give
biggest
them their respect, bro. They ran it back.
the
Man,
I
they
biggest
said
ran it
mistake
back.
everybody they played, their star got hurt in that series or was already hurt. I
Nope.
said, yeah, but but that's just part of basketball. But
the biggest
seeing them
the
running
biggest
back this year, I'm like, yeah, they was tough. I said, that's a tough team.
Don't forget about Mike Foster rigging the game 4 for the Thunder. So if they lose that game, the series end in 6.
business wise and ratings wise, the biggest mistake the NBA did was let two small market teams play in the final. It should have been a small market and a big market. Like they should have let New York come in because that's the only big market, and they should have just did that because it makes ratings go up. Having two small markets playing in the NBA in the finals, it's not going to bring as much ratings and revenues.
Hey,
So
yo,
Wait,
you know
business
what?
they
wise,
As
did
a
that just in the
basketball head,
playoffs.
though, as a basketball head, I sure appreciated that 7 game series.
oh yeah, that was a good,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, good
Them
series.
boys play
it
hard.
wasn't no, but it wasn't promoted right. That's number one. Number
Because the
two,
casuals ain't gonna watch, bro. It ain't that. It ain't
yeah,
that one promoter, right? The casuals ain't gonna watch regardless.
no,
If they
Right.
not getting Durant and LeBron and they ain't watching, bro. And
And
that's the problem. Back in the day, basketball lovers, yeah, they wanted to see their team, but they were just happy to see the finals. Period. They
Yeah.
just wanted to watch. Now it ain't like that. They follow the players and they follow a lot of these. Oh, watch how many people fall out in the NBA when LeBron go. Watch. Watch
Hey,
out. Watch how their ratings just dip. And they're trying to get. That's why they want Luka. That's why they want the Cooper Flags. They know they need that great white hope to help them with the ratings. They know that. They want an American player, and I ain't gonna go just to white. They want an American player to be the face of the league that everybody will accept. Here's the problem: all your American players, if they black, they knuckleheads. They
Yeah,
very immature.
John
If they
Morant.
white, they just ain't good enough.
yeah.
Elder,
They
and
just
that's
ain't
another
good enough,
thing.
and
Elder,
that
that's
they
another thing I
know
was
it.
gonna touch on. Like, I'm not trying to diss or downplay international players, but the NBA just stars when majority of the best players
NBA
let's just
needs an
be honest.
American player for Americans to get behind it.
that's a fact.
Just how it is, bro.
That's a
They
fact.
gonna like Luca, they'll like Jokic and all that, but they're not gonna get behind them like Larry Bird, like they did Magic, like they did Jordan. These are American players. They need an
Steph
American
Curry.
player. Yeah, LeBron, Steph Curry. These dudes go, bro. Watch, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble unless some of these young guys can step up and take what they done. They really are. They're gonna be in a
And Shea
lot
John
of
Gill and
trouble.
Morant.
Shea Gill
Shea
Alexander,
from
he's
Canada.
Canadian.
Yeah,
he's
he's
Canadian,
not
so yeah.
American.
He's not
He shows
American.
American, but he
John
ain't
Morant,
American.
he had the opportunity, but
Again,
he
knucklehead.
just
Anthony
messed it
Edwards,
up.
knucklehead.
Knucklehead.
Zion Williamson,
Hey,
knucklehead. You
hey, hey,
got
hey, you know what?
knuckleheads, bro.
Hey, you know what? They keep saying, oh, they say, oh, it's Memphis. No, even if he was not in Memphis, he'd still be a knucklehead. It doesn't matter what team he would have been on. He would just, like you said, it's just that's how these young cats are today. They knuckleheads. They blame. You have Stephen A. Smith blaming the city of Memphis, and I'm like, yo, it didn't have to be Memphis. He could have been in Sacramento. He still have been doing some stupid stuff.
Elder,
It
would you
doesn't
say the
matter.
NBA is worse than it was from 10 years ago today, or was it better 10 years ago from where it's
I mean,
now?
I like to play better back then. I know that these guys are a little bit more athletic. These guys, can shoot more and all that, but they don't study the game. They're not as smart. So it's not as entertaining for me because they do a lot of bonehead stuff.
I really
It's a
love
lot
the
of running and gunning. And like today, I watched the Lakers summer league go up against the Pelicans. Right? How do you have? This is the antithesis of the NBA today. How do you go an entire half without an assist? The Pelicans had 6 assists for the entire game, y'all. Mind you,
Damn,
they only had 6 assists in the first half. Zero assists in the second half. Zero.
damn.
Zero. In an NBA game. How does that happen?
I bet
All one
they
on
probably
one,
shot
all pick and
35
roll,
threes.
bro. It's just horrible. And that's what the NBA basketball is trying to turn into.
My question is, why are you having 7 footers shooting 3 pointers? I don't want a center shooting 3 pointers.
That's
I
just the
want
way
to.
the game
I want.
ball, bro.
Yeah,
Now
but
it
I
is
know. But I
now.
want
Yeah.
you. You have to. I want you being a center. I want you to be a power forward. I want you to be a shooting guard. That's what you want to do.
Again, it's
I
not
don't.
even that way no more. Your basketball
I
players, your
know. I
athletes,
know.
your 3 and D, your league guards, they done changed it all. You very rarely hear them say point guard, shooting guard, small
Power
forward,
forward.
power forward. You very rarely. These guys are just basketball players, bro. That's what they are today. And if you do say something, it's like they're lead guard, they're wing, they're perimeter player. That's what they use. It's
It's
very vague content they use
it's
now.
crazy because Kevin Durant came in the league a three, and now all of a sudden he's a power forward. Like it's just like the way the game changed.
Same
Like
with LeBron. Same with
yeah,
LeBron. He's
it's
a three and
position
he's
with
a power forward
basketball.
now. But
I don't see
that's typical
Elder. I
though.
don't
That's
see him.
typical.
I
That's
don't see
typical
him.
to extend your career though. Most
You
guys
know,
do
but I
that.
don't see him even do that with a lineup with Boston where they got Jason Tatum playing a power forward.
Yeah.
Like this is,
Yeah. And
I'm
part of
Jason
it, cause
Tatum.
think about it, Jason. People don't realize Jason Tatum 6'10" now,
yeah,
y'all,
6'9",
and he
6'10".
grew.
Yeah,
That's why Kevin Durant 7 foot, LeBron 6'9". That used to be the size of power forwards back in the day, and that
Well, you
helps
know
you
what?
prolong. That helps you prolong your career because think about it, those guys can't really chase around. Now Tatum can, but they can't really chase around these athletic these wings, bro. You don't want
Elder.
them doing that, so you got to bump them up like that. And what's probably the weakest position in the NBA now? Probably power forward, if not two guard, in my opinion, but probably power forward. I mean, you got Anthony Davis, who's kind of a center. Most of these guys that are good at the power forward, they're really centers. You know what I mean? So that's the weakest position. So those guys get to guard the weakest guy. And that's how it should be. If you're 37, 38, 39, you shouldn't be guarding the best players on the other team.
Hey, yo, you know the crazy
Well,
part about an elder because the position is called shooting guard.
I
It's
know.
called shooting guard, and like you
That's
said,
why
David,
Curry's a shooting guard. He's
yeah,
not, Curry is a shooting guard. He is not a point guard.
I
He's
told
not
him
a facilitator.
this. Is what I said. I said, how can it be the? I said, how could it be the best point guy ever? He never had a double digit assist year. I said he never came anywhere close to 10 assists a year.
He's just not a point guard, bro. I mean, when I
Great
watch Steph,
basketball
like if you
player.
don't tell me nothing, and I start watching film of Ray Allen, and I start watching film of Reggie Miller, and I start watching film of Rip Hamilton, and I start watching film of guys like that, and I watch Steph Curry, I'm gonna think they all play the same position because they're all doing the same stuff.
Hey,
Boom.
yo, I
I
had a
got one for
question
you.
for you.
What
But
if, what if
I don't see Steph Curry do what Isaiah did, what Stockton did, what Mark Jackson did. I don't see him doing that
Yo,
stuff.
I had a
David
question. Look,
Chris
Stoudemire?
look.
Paul, he don't do what Chris Paul do.
I
David
had a quick
Stoudemire?
question. Do you think if you took Isaiah Thomas off that Bad Boys team and replaced him with a prime peak Steph Curry, you think they would still win back to back?
I don't because the bad boys they were known for what?
Oh,
Physicality.
Their defense too.
yeah.
Steph would change the game with his shooting, but teams back then would adjust. And remember, back then you could hand check. So I'm not saying Steph still would have been great shooting the ball, y'all, but teams back then were smarter. See, you remember how Kobe figured out that you couldn't be behind Steph or in front of him. You had to be on the
Yeah, you're on
side
the
of him
side
to
of
try
him.
to. Those guys would have figured that out real quick back then. And they would have done it, and they would have been extra physical with Steph. And every time Steph would have came in that lane like he does when you don't give him the three, imagine those 7-foot centers laying him out every time.
Oh,
See, back
Oh, I got.
then, guys took it personal. You coming to the rim,
Hey,
you
so
coming
like
in the
Elder,
They
paint.
did.
Those centers
They
took it
did.
if
They
the
personal.
did.
yo,
They
NBA
Elder,
did.
tell him you
if the
might
They
end up
did.
NBA took
about you might
the
end up about you might
I
end
don't
up
know.
about
I don't know if
10-50.
Steph would have made it through his career because he had a lot of injuries early. So if he'd have been trying to do that, bro, I don't know what would have
Yeah,
happened with
yeah,
Steph.
Elder, remember when Kobe's rookie year when he tried to take it to the hole with Pablo? He ain't getting this. They beat him down.
So
Yeah.
They
Elder, I
beat
had a
him down.
question. Like, if the NBA kept the same rules from like the 80s and 90s to the 2010s, like, who you think the best player would still be in the NBA back then?
Brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. The guys that are the great ones, they always figure it out. But see, Tatum is so strong, bro. LeBron is so strong. Kevin Durant, even though he's a beanpole, y'all,
Yeah,
nobody can stop that guy from one dribble pull up, two dribble pull
swear
up.
to
No, you know
God.
that kind of stuff would go down in any era. And he don't take a flat footed shot. He shoots an actual jump shot. So imagine a 7-foot guy with great handles with a jump shot off the dribble. I mean, either
Crazy,
hand, either man, those guys still would have been great, bro.
crazy.
Them
Yeah.
dudes still would have been great.
There's some dudes you could drop off in any era, man. They
Yeah, they're
like
gonna
you
play
said, they
great,
just
bro.
gonna
And
figure it out.
LeBron to me is one of those dudes. He's gonna play great in any era, bro.
Yeah, like I hate when people say that LeBron couldn't play it in the 90s. I'm like, man, y'all
Yeah,
crazy
he
as
would.
hell, man.
LeBron is physical as all get out,
Prime
bro.
But
peak.
And he'd
you
have
know
You
been
what?
talking
even
about
more
prime
physical.
peak?
And he'd have been. This is what they do, though, y'all. They would adjust. If the game is physical, those guys would have adjusted, bro.
Hey,
They
yo,
would have.
and you know what? That and I'd have gave the nod to my man because Kobe caught the end of both eras. He caught both eras.
Mm-hmm.
He had that hand check there. Like it was a point in the time they was playing where you could double team before the man even had the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Think
know what I
about
mean?
this though, y'all. LeBron is the same size as Magic Johnson was back then.
He
Think about it.
was.
When he came, he's the same size as Magic Johnson was, but he had twice the hops.
Yeah.
He can handle the ball. He can pass. He had twice the hops though, twice the athleticism of Magic. Bro,
But
LeBron would have been fine in the
did he
'70s and
have
'80s.
Magic's mental toughness?
Nah, no.
I think LeBron would have been fine in that era, bro. I think they would have made him raise his level. They would have.
Yeah, they would
And
have.
I'm
They
not
would have.
saying he's the killer that Magic is, like a Clyde Drexel. He's a great player. He just wasn't the killer that Jordan was. But who could stop Clyde?
Not too
Nobody.
many people.
Clyde
Not too
was a
many
first team
people.
NBA Hall of Famer. You see what I'm saying?
Not too many
You know,
people. Older people sleep
yeah,
on
no,
Clyde
yeah.
Drexler.
Clyde was the second best two guard in the league for
That's
a
the fact.
decade, bro. Next to Jordan. This
Yo,
dude get
I
ball.
heard. I heard Clyde was begging the Portland management to draft Jordan. They said I will to save the
He was.
position. Yeah,
He said we can
it
think
was.
about it. Clyde was 6'7", bro. Clyde
Yeah,
was like, I can move to the 3.
yeah,
Clyde knew.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. Clyde. He said I was because Clyde played the same position as Jordan. And he told management, yo,
Bro,
get Jordan. I will just.
everybody knew Jordan was the best player in that draft, but those teams always drafted by position. They needed
Yeah,
the Portland had Clyde was like, we got a guy like this. We don't need another one. We
He's
need
a
a
big
center.
man.
And the
Yeah.
best player in college was a center that year.
yeah. That's
Then
it.
think
That's
about
it.
it. You got Elijah Wan, and then you got what? Was it Brad Doherty went second or something like that?
Hey, that's another thing people fail to realize,
Or
Elder.
Sam Bowie?
Sam
Sam
Bowie was
Bowie?
the problem.
Stan Bowie.
Sam
Yeah,
Bowie
Sam
was the
Bowie.
problem out of
They
that
Yeah,
thing.
but Elijah Wan went first, y'all.
Yeah.
Elijah Wan, another Hall of Fame center.
Yeah.
You think about it, he went
But
first.
but Houston don't regret taking Lingerie, but I guarantee that Portland regret not taking Jordan.
Yeah, they
no,
do.
they don't. They
They
do.
do. They
But
do. They do.
but Houston had the Twin Towers. They had Hakeem.
Portland then lost out bad in these situations because
So
think about it. Remember they drafted Greg Oden too.
hey yo, so it was
Instead of getting Kevin
Ke-
Durant.
Kevin
so it was
Durant, yeah,
Houston,
Yeah.
Portland, then Chicago, right? In that draft.
Who?
Houston, Portland, then Chicago.
Correct.
Okay.
Because Jordan went third,
Third, right? I remember him going third
and then Durant went second behind Greg
by
Oden.
Greg
Remember?
Oden.
Oh man, let
yeah,
me say.
that was a good draft though. I think Charles and John Stockton came out the same draft.
And also,
84. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
But Elder,
also,
imagine this. Imagine Jordan did what if he had the mindset of LeBron teaming up with his draft class, like a John Stockton and
I could never
Sir
see that
Charles.
happening just because everything was based off of competition back then. Back
Yeah.
in that
I'm
era.
gonna tell y'all how this was though, and keeping it
No,
real, keeping it
I'm just saying.
100.
I'm just saying how.
These dudes would try to recruit each other, but the contracts were so long and all, it just wasn't as feasible to move around like that. They would love to play with each other. They just knew the way the contract was going to happen. And here's what they wanted: if you were a star, you were trying to get guys to come to your team. Like Jordan, think about it. He had no problem with Ron Harper, who was a star, coming over there. He had no problem with Dennis Rodman coming over there. He had no problem with these guys coming. You coming to his team though. They wasn't going to nobody else's team. Now, the only time that would happen if you got caught up in a bad city, like Barkley. He felt like Philadelphia wasn't going to treat him the way that's why he wanted out. And Barkley should have been a Laker. Did y'all ever hear about that story?
Yeah, he
oh
said
yes, I
when he
did.
got
Oh
drunk,
yeah,
he had to play
that
a game
happened.
drunk.
Yep.
That
To
happened.
play a game drunk.
Barkley was
Yeah,
going to get traded to the Lakers, y'all. But
yeah, that
again,
was.
if
Hey,
you
yo,
were a good player, the majority of the good players, they wanted you to come to their team.
hey,
No matter
hey,
where they were at, come to
hey,
my
Elder.
team and you can play with me all day.
But elder,
Think about this,
that
Elder. Hey, yo, hold on. Think about this, Elder. When all them dudes got a chance to play on the same team, what they said happened in practice.
It was going ham on each other.
Yeah,
These
that's the
dudes on the
thing. Like
same team.
they love saying like players back then they want to recruit. Like that's the rules
Oh,
and the
they
contract was
tried,
the
but
same.
they tried, but they knew that they was. And again,
They
there's a
can't.
difference.
They
There's a
couldn't
different. Hold
really.
on. There's a difference from saying that, hey, look, you're gonna be a free agent. Won't you come play with me? Or hey, why don't we go and team up in Miami or go team up? It's a different mindset. Like that's why they tripped on LeBron because you already been to the chip, bro. You've made it there. Now you got to figure out how to get over. Get some guys to come play with you. Even though you're in shitty Cleveland, get guys to come play with you. And LeBron understood no one's going to come to Cleveland and play with me. Because, see, people get mad at me. I don't have an issue with LeBron going to Miami. I don't. Because he was never going to get this level NBA player today. He'd have never got a good enough team in Cleveland to beat the best team.
You think just because of the
But
city, like nobody wants to live
Kevin
in
Love
Cleveland?
came over there.
You
No, he
think
got
it?
traded there. He had no
he
choice.
got
They gave up the
traded. He
number
got
one pick
traded.
too. Remember, they gave up the number one pick in Andrew Wiggins that year for Kevin Love. So it was a major sacrifice Cleveland did.
You think
You know
And
because
what?
it
then they
was nobody?
remember they got the first picks for 3 straight years. When you talking about that guy that was a flaming bust, you talking about Andrew Wiggins, and then right
Yeah.
before that was Kyrie. Remember, that's what they got for losing LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
As I said,
think about it.
surprise.
If LeBron don't leave, you don't get Kyrie, you
Kyrie.
don't
hey,
get Wiggins, and
hey,
you don't get those three picks because that team is still going to be good enough to go to playoffs.
hey,
You
yo,
don't
Hey,
get
Elder,
those
Elder,
three
you right.
you
picks.
know
Elder,
what
you
pissed
right.
me off
Nobody wants to
about
play
that though,
play
Elder?
fair.
I didn't have a problem with the man leaving in free agency because
I
that's
didn't
his
either.
right. You feel me? That's his right. But the fact that Dwayne Wade finally came out and said, man, we made sure we did it because we got tired of Kobe winning, yo.
Yep.
That's sad. Kobe
Dwayne
was
Wade told
great.
the truth that all of this came about me calling him because, hey, what we finna do? Well, I'm watching this man win another damn championship, and I
Word up.
ain't got but one. He got five now.
Well,
What we about to do?
I wanted that LeBron wanted that to come out. He wanted Dwayne Wade to say
No,
that.
he didn't. He didn't want Dwayne to say that. He didn't at all. And
I
then
said, wow.
it even came out. Remember Bosch? They didn't even know about Bosch. That was something Pat Riley had
I
cooking.
heard they was gonna
Yeah,
get Melo to go
they
to
was
the
gonna get
Heat
Melo,
instead of
They
Bosh.
tried, but they
and
Melo
Melo
took the
signed that
money.
extension.
wasn't
Melo
He
gonna
took
happen.
that
signed
Melo
that.
money.
wasn't going there.
True. Melo ain't gonna take no pay cut. He want that. He didn't want the pay cut. He's the
And
Melo
you
best
got
just
he
didn't
was.
want to go down there on that team and be with them two guys, knowing he was going to be a third fiddle to them
right.
guys.
And then you
But
got
you're
the
talking
second.
about D Wade, who had already won a chip and was already an all pro, whatever. Then you talking about LeBron being there. Me and LeBron are really playing the same position. So
Part of
I
me,
understand Melo saying, no, that's just not
part
a good situation
part
for
of me
me to be
wish
See,
there.
LeBron,
Melo needed the ball in his hand.
part
I
of me
think
wish
Bosh was
LeBron
a better
stayed in
fit though.
Cleveland though, because he would have been a homegrown player like Curry.
It wouldn't have
And
mattered.
you know,
If LeBron stayed in Cleveland, I may give LeBron one chip, and I don't know which one that would be, but he might have got one or two chips, maybe. But the problem is they would have had to got lucky in a draft or traded for a guy and overpaid, like got a guy to come there that didn't want to come and just traded for his contract. Kind of like remember when Kawhi was leaving? Do that
Yeah.
kind of deal. That's the only way they would have won. That's it. Once a guy like Kawhi come available, you do what you got to do to get him to come there, like the Raptors did. That's the only way I think Cleveland would have ever won, y'all. I really do. I really believe that.
So let me ask you something. If he'd have stayed in Cleveland and got two chips, would he be viewed a little different than he?
absolutely.
No, you know why? Because I still think that he was good enough and the East was weak enough. He would have probably still think of all them things that he went to, all those finals he went to. Just
No.
let's say this. Let's just say because he
Hold on,
wouldn't
bro.
have had Hold on, I know because he didn't have Kyrie and all them, he wouldn't have went to as many,
There you go.
right? But let's just say instead of 10, let's just say he went to 7 and he was 2-5. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been no better.
But, hey, yo, Elder,
But
but the only reason,
but you got to
listen,
count
but
the Miami too.
hold on. No, Elder, I'm looking at it as he's saying,
You said, oh, bro, you said if he stays in Cleveland.
Yeah, he
right,
said
and he got two chips, like meaning that it
You
was,
said if he stayed in Cleveland and got two chips, he still would have been making it to the finals. Now, I don't think he'd
I
have
don't
made
think
it
so.
as much. He
Yeah,
wouldn't have been making it to the finals as much as he made it with, like,
because
with
he
Miami and all. Because think about it, Miami wouldn't have been that great if they don't get LeBron.
right because he wouldn't have got past them Bulls. But Derrick Rose and all them, they was
Well,
giving them
Derrick
problems.
Rose got
And
hurt.
I
That was a
said, and
year.
I
No, no,
They
said,
no.
was flashing the pants,
and I
so they
said
was only
this:
around for 2 years.
if he stayed in Cleveland in 2018, what about that Kawhi Raptors team? Would he gotten past them?
Again, Kawhi might have been with him because see, Cleveland would have been looking for a situation like that. They might have went all in to get Kawhi for 1 year and see if LeBron can convince him to stay in Cleveland and win with him. Yep, they might have done. They'd have been looking for that kind of deal. So I'm not saying LeBron would have went to the finals 10 times. Let's just say he would have went 6 times. He would have been 2-4. It wouldn't have changed the narrative. It wouldn't have changed the narrative. He still would have gone to the finals and lost more than he won.
But at least people won't say he's a team hopper or a super team
Right,
this and that.
that'd have been different though.
hey,
And this era, the casuals don't care. Cause they gonna cheer for what? Like I watched these dudes spaz out, bro. The last few days, man, when they got this news about the Lakers don't want LeBron and off cop, man. I'm watching these Brontars on they podcast spazzing out, bro, cussing people out, calling them gay, all this stuff, bro. They've been going ballistic, mad because of LeBron, like acting like they his spoiled girlfriend, mad that they got to move from LA or something.
Yo, what? Yeah, they did those songs, LeBron James songs. Those shits is love, bro. I'm like, Jesus.
Crazy. Fellas, I gotta
Barbie
shut her
dog.
down though, man. I gotta get off this, man. Y'all enjoy your night, brothers.
You
All right,
too, man.
peace.
No. Wrong, go crazy.
Man, what you think about Paul Pierce when he said he the best scorer though, man?
Paul Pierce be looking for attention, man. And listen, and I'm not going to take nothing away from Paul Pierce was cold.
He was though. He was though, man.
He was cold. You don't get to name the truth amongst your peers by not being cold.
Mm-hmm.
But
Some of the
maybe,
stuff he just take a little overboard though.
I mean, yeah, but I get it. I mean, like, that's just a competitor saying, hold up, don't forget about them buckets I used to get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's all I was. Hey, don't forget about me, y'all. But I can't hold you. Paul was cold. I think he's extremely underrated.
Yeah, he is though. Yeah.
I think he extremely underrated. Paul Pierce was the truth. I always liked this game.
Mm-hmm. Clutch. You know what I'm saying? Not scared of the big moments.
Not scared of
You
the
know,
big moment.
you don't care who you are. I remember when LeBron first came in the league, he said, "Man, you ain't special. Ain't nothing special about you."
Mhm.
Just talking though, man. But yeah, he because I was looking at the podcast, Raymond Felton and a couple other guys, and they were just naming like the top 5 scorers of all time. Of course, they ain't say Paul Pierce though, but nobody mentioned James Harden though. So I think Raymond Felton had the order was Mike, Kobe, Kevin Durant. No, he had actually Melo in front of Kevin Durant, then Kevin Durant, and I think Kyrie Irving. 2 people had Kyrie. I said, man, I won't put Kyrie in. Like, I mean, I know he's a pure scorer. I know it's nothing that he can't do on the offensive end. I get that, but I won't even put Kyrie past. I mean, over AI though.
I was about to say, you talk about pure scorers, you got to put AI in there. It's like some dudes like that's just like they just buckets.
Yeah.
What like I tell dudes, Joe Johnson, one of the best pure scorers I ever seen in my life.
Hmm.
Lou Williams, one of the best pure scorers I ever seen in my life.
Who's that? You said Lou Williams?
Lou Williams,
Lou.
like buckets. I'm gonna tell you who was another pure scorer that people don't give a lot of credit. Monte Ellis.
Yeah, Monte got
Like buckets. It's people that just give out buckets. That's all they do on the court.
Jamal Crawford.
Buckets. Cole, buckets. James, buckets. Like they buckets is like it's a fluidity with their buckets. You feel me? They make it look easy.
Mm-hmm.
They make it look good when they give out buckets. You feel me? Like, come on, man. I done seen Kevin Durant have like 37 points and be like 12 for 17 type stuff. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Like, and it's just like, damn, this dude's so efficient and he get buckets with so much. He's like Carmelo. Like, man, I told people, I said, bro, there was nowhere on the floor Carmelo couldn't score from. And
No,
people was like, well, that was because I used to tell people, I said, yo, he checked every box Kevin Durant do. I said, but the one thing Kevin Durant ain't got is the post up game Carmelo got.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know what I mean? He might be slightly better in other areas, you know what I mean, percentage wise, but one thing missing from his game, he don't get down in that box like that bull used to do.
Right, right. And like my man said, when you face Melo, you feel his 30.
You feel it. It's loud too.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I swear to God, like Melo felt he felt, man, if he had a healthy Amari Stoudemire name, swap his boys out, Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith, because he said that really hurt him when he
Mhm.
was over there with the Knicks. He felt he could have beat Braun and them down in Miami.
Yeah, I think Melo. See, if Detroit would have did right, drafted Melo, I think Melo would have had a ring.
There was no way in the world, bro.
That was man. That
Do
was
you know? Do you know? First of all, do you know the trajectory of Carmelo Anthony's career if he would have fell with that team? They wouldn't
man.
have been able to talk about LeBron James. Because he would have came in getting chips, early success, and just getting groomed and groomed and groomed. And then by the time, man, listen here.
Yeah, because look, LeBron don't beat Detroit. Remember he beat Detroit. What was it, third year or fourth year or something like that when he went to the finals. And Melo was on that team. He don't beat them. LeBron
At
don't beat.
all.
Yeah, he don't beat them. 'Cause he basically would have canceled out what LeBron was doing.
Everybody keeps saying, like, I hate when people be like, "Oh no, Melo wouldn't have did nothing," and they had Tayshaun Prince. I said, bro, so you telling me you got Tayshaun Prince and you got Carmelo Anthony on the same team, and you gonna start who? I said, oh, he played defense. I said everybody on Detroit played defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Everybody.
Chauncey
Melo,
was there
Melo
for the
would have
injury.
had to because guess what? He the buckets. He would have played defense. He would have fell in line.
Right.
With them OGs that was around there, he would have fell in line. He would have played extremely hard on defense. You feel me? But
Mm-hmm.
there's no way in the world you tell me Detroit draft Carmelo and you worried about him and Tayshaun Prince battling for a position. Man, you smoking crack. That
Come
boy
on,
was fresh off of Natty, and he was the reason. He was the I don't. Everybody, oh, what the fit, man? We talking about Melo here, y'all. Melo.
yeah.
No, like, do y'all remember like his rookie campaign was better than LeBron's, but for some reason this dude won rookie of the month every month of the year. How the
Mhm.
hell you win rookie of the month every month of the year and you don't win rookie of the year?
Come on, man. See, they was already trying to, give LeBron. They just basically trying to give him everything, though, bro. That's
I
all
mean,
that
it
was.
was given to him because the only category that he averaged that he was better than Melo at was assist. He averaged like 1.5 assists more than Melo that year, and I'm like, or 2 assists more than Melo that year, but every other statistical category, Melo led in.
Then his team, then he ain't make the playoffs. Melo
And
did.
and Melo went to the playoffs.
Come on, man. That's highway rivalry, though, man. That should have been
No, listen, I was watching the video, and when I heard that, I said, wait a minute. Melo won rookie of the month every month.
team make the
Western
playoff,
Conference team make the playoff, and this dude don't win rookie of the year.
man.
Mm,
Because they gave him that name, the chosen one, the king. So
There it
they wanted
was.
him to. Yeah, that's all. That's BS, though.
There
He
it
didn't know
was.
that.
There it was. And remember, Melo whooped on him in high school. You feel me? Like that was different, bro. That was different. I didn't. I had no understanding of that. And to
Let
me,
me
it
explain.
seemed like
Hey,
they kind of blackballed Melo too and gave him that bad rep just because they knew. I think they knew he had the capability of
he,
being a star. I'm not
right.
saying being better in basketball, but being a star because like everybody loved Melo. You feel me? Like, and if you put that and you promote that like you promote Braun,
Mm-hmm.
you got a real life Rob on your
Yeah,
hand. You know what I mean? It's just like that
yeah.
dude got star quality. You feel me?
Right. Do you got James Harden in your top five?
Top
Score,
scoring.
score.
Like I get it. A lot of people like to discount Wilt for some reason. I'm like, I don't know how people don't have him in their top five scoring, and this nigga averaged 54
50
season.
points.
You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Give a fuck how many threes you shoot. It still don't equivocate to this 50 I just put up.
Mm-hmm.
But if we talk about top five natural scores that I've ever seen in my life, and I've
Yeah,
been watching,
I only go off of what I seen. I don't know how old are you, but
I go back to Magic. I was blessed enough to watch Magic in the Lakers. You feel me?
okay,
And
okay.
everything in between up to now. You feel me? So I don't seen a lot of great hoopers, but like pure scores, like like see, damn, you got KD. You feel me? You got Cole. You feel me? You got dude like AI that wasn't nothing but a bucket. Um,
T Mac was too, though.
G Mac was a pure scorer. A lot of that I will give him. That bitch was a pure scorer.
Yeah. I give him that.
He was that. I can't take that away from him. But then you had dudes like a lot of people won't won't equivocate the dude like Pete Maravich, a pure score. And I'm like, nigga, this nigga averaged 44 in college with no 3-point line. Wow,
Yeah.
ain't now double digit assists. You feel me?
Yeah, it's a little different.
That's a little different. Like, and I'm like, yo, you ever seen a George Gervin 30? You feel me? Like, it was one of the prettiest things you ever wanted to see. Pure score. You feel me? Like a dude like Adrian Dantley.
Mhm.
Pure score. But I get it. A lot of people haven't seen dudes like that. You feel me? Or been privy to see stuff like that. So when you talk about pure scores, like new school, dudes like Jamal Crawford, absolutely. Lou Williams, pure score.
Mhm.
You feel me? It's just some dudes that just when they get the ball, like when I'm gonna tell you one from the Detroit Pistons, the bad boy team, Benny the Microwave Johnson.
Mhm.
Or as soon as you step on the court, bitch, hold this 15 real quick. I only played 11 minutes, but I got 15 right now.
Yeah.
So like,
But like I said, man, some of this, the lead the way it is, space, you know, to me is more easier because I'm like, man, you put Iverson in this era, you know what I'm
well,
saying? Man, Iverson was scoring on shot. I'm talking about going up. I was watching that film, man, this dude was scoring on shot. So you mean to tell me no dudes that, no big guys, you know what I'm saying, protecting the rim. Man, Iverson have a field day.
that's what with this much spacing,
Oh man.
and you can't touch me.
And look, he wasn't even shooting. I mean, he hit some threes, but he wasn't shooting threes like that. So
Man,
you going in the paint in the more physical era with this soft era. Come on, man. I was probably averaging near to 40 points, close to 40.
they asked him that how much he would average in this era in the
Yeah,
interview. I can't remember who podcast he was on. Might have been
I think I saw it too,
one of
though.
his peers. You feel me? And
Yeah,
like right now in this era, he's like 40,
yeah,
40.
I believe him.
Man, come
I
on.
mean, I'm looking at the defense and the way man. Yes, he would average 40.
Listen, I'm going to be
You
able to play in the era
you
where
can
the rules are predicating on letting a person's skill set shine.
shine right, and what you think his skill set, man? Come on, and look, you can't tell me they got better defenders in this era.
Man, come on, man.
You can't tell me that, man.
Like I asked dudes, like, who in today's league do you consider a lockdown defender? And don't tell me Kawhi, because Kawhi's past that.
Right.
He's past that. Like, who do you like?
I can't really. I can't
Like,
really.
I was speaking to a dude, and we was talking about defense, and I said, man, the best defender I ever seen on the perimeter, yo. I said, not I done seen them all. I done seen a lot of them out there from the '80s. Now I said, man, it's fucking Tony Allen. You know what?
Tony.
You know what this nigga told me?
Yeah.
Yo, who is Tony Allen?
Mm,
I said, man, let me off this shit.
yeah.
I shouldn't be talking basketball with this dude. I
Yeah.
said, man, I done seen Pip. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? I done seen Artest. I done seen all these dudes like that play crazy defense. Like I done seen it. But like it was something about the ferocity that this dude and Tony Allen, it didn't make a difference if he was 6 feet or 6'9".
Yeah. Well, Kobe always said that Tony Allen gave him, the most problems though.
But like, and I'm sitting there like, nah, yeah, I got a chance to watch this dude in real life. Like I watched Pippen in real life. I watched Kawhi in real life. Like they all played like all world defense, but it was something like he got up in your chest.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't play no passing lanes. When I'm talking about
Just
defense, yeah,
on
picking a
ball defense. Yeah.
picking a dude up 94 feet, like yo, you not about to score. I've seen him do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man,
Yeah, that's what I said, man. Hey man, Kobe went. Hey, look, he went against some good defenders though, man. Like in
man.
that
Kobe went
2000 and
against
all that, man.
the best competition. Like let me like this. What I like. I was talking to a dude about being right. And I said, man, I'm gonna just give you the facts. So he was like, oh yeah, Kobe. I said, yo, bro, do you know he played in the era when like you had a 7-footer center and a 6'10" power forward waiting down there in the cup?
Mm-hmm.
I said, and it was hand checking. I said, do you know most of the guards, like nobody shot 50%, bro?
Mm-hmm.
I said, do you understand the reason why Mike shot 50%? Because he didn't even shoot a third of the threes Kobe attempted in his career.
Right. Right.
I said he
Right.
stuck. That's what made him great. He stuck to what he did best. Now that's not.
Mm-hmm.
I said, why you think when he played Portland and he hit the 6 threes in the
Yep.
first
Yep.
quarter,
Yep.
he looked at the camera and shrugged his shoulders because he didn't even know what the fuck was going on. I
Mm-hmm.
I don't shoot these hoes, but guess what? They're going down tonight.
Right. 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 Right.
He's
It's
a
the
pro
finals.
basketball player.
You know, but that's the finals. Though. You know, Mike
It's the
shine
first,
on the
right? Like
on the best
he
biggest
brought
stage.
he brought his A game.
Right. Right.
No, I said that to
And,
say to somebody. I said,
mm,
all right. I said, all right, your man Ray Allen. Oh yeah, Ray a sniper. I said, yeah. I said that's what most people would consider Ray Allen, right? I
mm,
said that's what most people consider Ray Allen, a sniper.
yeah.
That's a fact. I
Mm,
said, go back and look at the statistics. Dumbass Kobe Bryant field goal percentage higher than his. So
yeah.
how he gonna be insufficient and he be a sniper when my field goal percentage is higher than yours? And guess what? We in the same ballpark with 3 points attempted, motherfucker.
Right. 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 So
It ain't like a
so when LeBron
disparity.
fans so
It
when
ain't
LeBron fans use statistics, Clay Thomas, LeBron shoot a higher field goal percentage than Clay Thomas, but that don't mean he a better shooter though.
Do they know why LeBron field goal percentage is so fucking high? Because he finished at the rim. He's one of the greatest to ever finish at the rim.
But
Like I
see,
think it was a stat that said like
but see,
9
that's why
feet
you got to
and
do.
LeBron shooting like 70%. But when he
Mhm.
go outside of 10 feet, they said that nigga mid range is like 33%.
See, see, but see, that's why you got to watch the game. You know what I'm saying? To know that, you know, you got to go off the eye test. It's because you see field goal percentage and he got a higher percentage. That don't mean he's a better shooter.
At all.
Yes,
I
but they
said because
use it, but they use that as you know what I'm saying. Like,
but this what I tell you. I say, yo, they say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I said,
right,
numbers won't lie to you, but they will mislead you. I
right,
said, look at that. I said, Kobe got a higher field goal percentage than Ray Allen, but Ray
right,
Allen is a true sniper. You feel he's a better shooter than Kobe,
right.
even though Kobe had the record for 3 pointers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk about pure shooter, that's Ray all day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like dudes like to play word semantics and start using analytics. I said, man, okay, you
But
can't really compare people from different eras because the game was different. I said, let's do this. Let's just get all these niggas in the gym, roll a basketball out in the middle of the court, let these niggas play 1v1 and let's see who the last man standing.
mm-hmm.
I said, that's who the best player is, bro.
Yeah. Because when they talk about Kobe, I mean, like Jordan, or he played against plumbers. I mean, this is what we was talking about earlier, like the disrespect. What it is these fans? So let me say that, you know, playing against plumbers and stuff like that. But Kobe, okay, if Kobe is the closest thing to Jordan, and you see what he did against these great defenders like Sean Murray and who Roger Bell, you had all Tony Allen,
Bruce
Bruce
Bowen.
Bowen, who was it, Ruben Pat? I mean, he played against some good Ron Artest, and you see what he did though. Even Kawhi Leonard, you know what I'm saying? So if he did that to them, I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, they had some good games on him too. Iguodala, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Kobe still was Kobe though. So if you saw what he did against them, what makes you think Jordan wouldn't have did it?
Listen, man. Man, Tony Allen said, I'm tired of y'all bullshit. You was not stopping Kobe. He
Mm-hmm.
said the only thing you could try to do is make him work hard for every point he got. He said instead of him having 35 and going 15 for 22 or 15 for 24, whatever, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He said if he had 35, I wanted him to take that on, get that on 30 shots. You feel me?
Right, right.
Like you gotta make him where
Make
you
him work
can't
hard.
like he has the counter to every counter to every counter to every counter. Like
Mm-hmm.
Avon Shumpert said, man, I played a whole NBA game, and then in the fourth quarter, this dude just became somebody else. And I'm like, yo, bro, what is you on? Just regular. And this dude just went up all, and he said, yo, and he slapped me on my ass and said, yo, great game, kiddo. He like
Mm-hmm.
going into the fourth quarter. He said,
Mm-hmm.
this nigga just got irregular, just went to a whole nother level. And I'm like, yo, bro, what is you on?
Man,
Niggas ain't supposed to be doing this type shit.
even what's his name? Jason Richardson. He said he mentioned something about players like he said, man, you know what? He said, man, I gotta get ready for Kobe. Kobe is the standard though. Cause he was just like this dude just on a different level than everybody else.
Man, listen, I don't give a fuck about what them niggas talk about. Like, if you notice, the only niggas who really slandering them is the niggas who in front of a camera.
Right.
You feel
Yeah.
me? Niggas who trying to get their podcast popping, niggas who
Right.
trying to, you know,
But
satisfy they ESPN obligations or whatever or whatnot. You
but
feel me?
these players so called that got Kobe and as a second, Dwayne Wade and Tracy McGrady's and even Gill and all this. And here's the thing though, now that Kevin Durant came out and said something about Jordan, because look, they know, and Kevin Durant, he already said it. He said Mike and Kobe. But here's the thing, I'm trying to figure out like, why would you say that in front of LeBron? Like I already know you probably. I mean, but my thing is, did you get paid for that? Because you don't really need the money. So why did you need to say something about Mike? Oh, he quit or playing baseball.
Because you got to look at it
But here's the thing though. You already everybody know the story. So why are you coming out? Why you just now coming out saying this?
right.
Everybody know the story though, bruh.
But all right, I don't know if that was you earlier who was comparing this to the NFL and how they hold each other down, young people, the old people. You feel
Yeah,
me? Like
yeah.
it's a fraternity. This
Now that
here.
one me, that one me was the other
Well,
dude.
somebody was speaking on that earlier. Like you
Yeah,
see how the
yeah.
NFL young boys pay homage to the older dudes. You feel
Right,
me? And the
right,
older dudes, you know, because it's a fraternity.
right.
And it's like split with generations here, where they got just one mindset for all generations in the NFL. Man, these little single parent raised by their mama
Oh,
ass niggas.
oh
Look,
yeah, yeah.
bro, this is like they display their mama behaviors throughout the public eye. Like you three niggas are sitting around chatting, hating on somebody else, talk about what y'all could do better. I said, man, that's female shit.
But here's the thing though. That what you saying is correct. But the only thing I'm confused about is you already know the story about Mike quitting playing baseball. So why are you saying Kevin Durant? You old now. So why are you saying it now? That's my problem. That's what I'm saying. Why are you saying it now?
Listen, this what I was taught. You never speak upon the ones that you love. You feel me?
Right,
So when you go to speaking on them, that go to show me that you don't really like all that love T Mac said he had for Cole and
right.
all that like Michael Jordan. This man, them niggas that's all propaganda, bro. Them
Mm-hmm.
niggas true feelings is coming out. They on their way out the league.
Right.
They trying to stay relevant, bro. Like these dudes they know that their time is up, bro. Like these
Mm-hmm.
dudes is really talk about playing together to try to stop the young boys from coming up.
Mm-hmm.
They know their time is over with, bro.
Right.
So they doing all this attention grabbing and ooh, they meet like come on, attention whores, bro.
Yeah, and the sad thing is you are taking shots at Kobe, Dwayne Wade talking about Paul Gasol should have won the finals,
The
2010.
nigga
So
averaged 28 and 6. What the
yeah,
fuck are you
what y'all
talking
talking
about?
about? That's what I'm saying. What do you? All this is just coming out. So, but see, here's the thing. They know that Mike and Kobe is the standard. So now, okay, Kobe not here to defend himself. Mike ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Mike already know his peers, his fans, everything speak for him. So he really don't have to say nothing. But I can't wait to Mike,
It's, it's
whatever he's about to do with the NBA. I just can't wait
oh, I
to
can't
him.
wait for it too. I know I pray Mike just
Yeah,
keep it a buck.
yeah,
I
yeah. I hope.
pray he just keep it a buck. You feel me? But I know keeping a buck nowadays will get you blackballed. But I
Mhm.
pray Mike keep it a buck because like a lot of people like to hold that game 7 against Cole. Oh, he was 6 for 24. I said, yeah, I do realize the 2 shots at the end of the game to put us up came from Cole. Then he
Right.
passed that bitch to our test for the
That's
corner 3. I
mm-hmm.
said he was 6 for 24, yes, but
Yes.
he hit his last
15.
2 shots in the 4. I said, but damn, I
15
remember.
rebounds.
I remember against Seattle, Mike was 5 for 22 one game.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
It happened.
I said he still got the win. Nobody talk about that. I said, but like Perk checked him. He said, man, stop that, Dwayne. He said, because even though his shot was off, he said that nigga got down there with the trees, bro. And he
Right.
grabbed 15 of them holes.
But here's the thing: a person like Wade and Wade, that's my man though. Like falls on the court though. Like I love D Wade. But bro, you know the game. You know sometimes your shot is not going to fall. And if you look at that game, the final score, it was a low scoring game. It was a defensive game. That was a tough game. So for you to say he should have got the finals, like, are you serious? Because you was the same one watching Kobe
Ah,
when he was going off,
but down that,
talking about damn.
listen, if you listen to who your friends, like if you listen to them, your friends, if I listen to you long enough, I'll tell you who your friends are.
Mhm.
And now, if you listen to this dude, Dwayne Wade, all this Kobe hate. Oh, Powell should have got this. Oh, this and that. Da 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 da.
Man, ain't nobody.
Wait, what did they just say? Dwayne Wade finally came out and said the reason why we formed in Miami because Kobe won the title again.
Hmm.
So, like, their mission was to destroy Kobe, bro.
Right.
He was leaving these niggas as far as legacy. Like, he was leaving these niggas.
Hmm.
Like, he was like, bro, there is no discussion. People like when people talk stuff like, oh, Tim Duncan. I said, bro, do you want me to show you the interview when Tim Duncan tell you Kobe was way better than I was?
Hmm.
It's an interview with Kobe, like, man, no, y'all tripping. Y'all got this shit fucked up.
Hmm.
I won as much as he did, but as far as player, no comparison. I said, y'all forget Kobe sitting on 33,000 points, 5 NBA finals.
Right.
Oh, he played with Shaq. I said, fuck, Magic played with Kareem. Goddamn it,
Green.
he's the all-time leading scorer until LeBron broke his record. Y'all don't knock Magic for his titles. He played with maybe the greatest basketball player ever. Ever.
Right. But see,
He played-
you never heard. Oh, Shaq played with Kobe.
Listen, but
It's
he
it's
was
it's always Kobe played with Shaq.
listen, he was literally playing with the best player in the league, hands down. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the best player in the league, hands down.
But see, but here's the thing: Kobe and okay, it was only 2 Hall of Fames on that team. But
Kobe and
Magic
Shaq.
played with what's his name too, James
Paul
Worthy.
Worthy.
Right, and
Played
here's
with
the
Phil
thing:
Nixon. He played with
and
Bob McAdoo.
yeah, but I'm just saying, how many Hall of Fame was on that team though? It was just 3, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you talk about from the Showtime Lakers, yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
Byron Scott never made the Hall. Nah, it was just
right.
James, Magic, and Kareem.
Right. So what I'm saying is they never bring up, okay, yeah, Shaq and Kobe, but Magic had another Hall of Fame player. And look, Magic never won outside of Kareem. S- So
Absolutely.
so so I don't get why you could say, okay, Kobe had Shaq, but Kobe won outside of Shaq.
That's a fact. And then,
But
like,
see,
when Magic,
I don't understand why you keep bringing Shaq up when Kobe won outside. See, they make it seem like that Kobe never won without. They always, oh, he played with Shaq, but they leave it like that. And I
he
noticed
played
they do the.
without Shaq.
Hey, look, I noticed they do the same thing with Jordan. Oh, he had Dennis Rodman. They skip the first 3 feet every time. They always skip it, even though we know how many he won. But if you listen to them haters, they always say he had Rodman. They just stop right
Listen to
there.
this.
Like that.
Listen to
Mike
this.
won 3 without Rodman.
This is where I fuck niggas up at. I said, nigga, I know a top 3 player. I said, I know a top 50 player all time, nigga, that's 6-0 in the finals and never been to a game 7.
Mhm.
Niggas be like, Michael Jordan. I'm like, no, bitch, Scottie Pippen. I said, y'all forget Scottie Pippen, 6-0 in the finals and never been to a game 7 either.
Yeah, right.
I said, y'all forget, nigga, Mike didn't win until Scottie came of age.
Hmm.
He
Right.
found his perfect complementary piece, and he groomed him to be great.
Right.
Scotty was. I said, man, people? I said, bro, Scotty. I think Scott. The year Mike left, I think Scotty averaged 27 and was like third in the MVP vote. Chicago won 55 games, bro.
Right. But see, here's the thing. When Scotty had a chance to kill the narrative, you know what I'm saying, like Foz. And Scotty knew who he was. He was a Rodman for real. So I
Yeah,
understand. I understand what you're saying, though. I'm not even talking about what you just said. Well, Mike retired. I'm talking about when he was on Portland and Houston. When he was on Portland, when they was up 15 against the Lakers, man, he had a chance to get one without Mike. Because I tell you this though, bro. I tell you this: if Jordan was on that Portland team and they was up 15 against the Lakers, you don't think Jordan closing that deal?
I think Money Mike closing that deal, but at the same,
Come on,
yo,
man.
listen, at the same time, I watched the motherfucking star be born because people don't understand. We was down 15 going into the fourth quarter. But
Right.
at the end of the third quarter, if everybody remember, I remember I'm watching the game at the bar with my
Hmm.
uncle.
Hmm.
Brian Shaw hit a last second
Hit
three,
the
a
three.
bank
Right.
three to cut the lead to 12 going into the start of the
Fourth
fourth
quarter.
quarter.
Right.
And dude, y'all remember who took over that game?
It was Kobe.
He was eating Scottie Pippen ass up.
Hmm.
He had assisted or scored on every bucket the Lakers scored.
But here's the thing, though. This if Mike was playing on that team, that but you know what Portland had, that was
Man,
the
that's
part
one of the
that might have
people.
been the most that might have been the most talented team that Mike played with, as far as young guns. You still there?